I don't know. One's been pretty enlightening.
What does that mean? All right,
It means I'm ready to play some D&D, boys. Let's go.
sure.
Depressing setting. Let's go.
I guess we're just gonna get right back into it.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be depressing. We just lost a race for the fifth time, dude.
Yeah,
We should all be really depressed.
every character must start crying. Uh, but jumping right into it with a small recap, as your party last session and the session before talked to Charm, realized you didn't quite want to kill him as bad as you thought you did. Fetched or tried to fetch a crystal, didn't really work out. Then decided time to deal with Rias. You started gathering your allies, including Halas and Zeal. You also got a werebear called Alejandro, I believe, and several goblin friends that Skins called out of his village. You gathered this large party, also buying a Horn of Valhalla to secure your numbers advantage, and then marched towards Rias's hideout. You talked to a barkeep. The barkeep led you to Rias, as well as you started to make a deal to purchase some slaves to draw Rias out. Rias saw Biel, talked to him, convinced for a negotiation, and then betrayed you once you tried to negotiate with him, as 15 separate glyphs of warding were activated in your area. The fireball singes the entire party, and all but Skins fall immediately into unconsciousness. Skins with waves of rolling nausea, sending your head spinning, and near impossible to keep any sort of coherent thought. The only thing you see is Rias standing up, saying something incoherent to the other two around him. The cleric healing each of you to stabilization before rushing off. Talks to Tarmal for a few minutes, and then Tarmal begins to pick up Biel. And that's exactly when you hear the sound of battle begin outside. Rias looks at Tarmal, which drops Biel, and they both begin to rush outside as well. A few minutes before, however, the battle has already begun for the next hero that joins our party. I don't know your character's name, so go ahead and describe you as... yeah, go ahead and describe yourself, as well as give him a name, to this slave who is standing bunched together with guards surrounding him, alongside several of his other fellow slaves. In a tricky predicament, as you're so heavily surrounded, but also you know that the people you are looking for have arrived, and know exactly what you need to do to get closer to them. Go ahead and give yourself a name and a description. You're muted.
That's
You're still muted. Just making sure you know that.
yo.
Possibility that they know. Oh,
Whoops. Sorry, guys.
I knew you didn't know that. That's why I kept saying.
Oh,
Yeah, I was literally talking the entire time.
oh,
Yeah.
All right, we'll give a description and name.
So Godwin is a fairly tall tiefling man. But what sets this man apart from other tiefling folk is that his flesh is a rotted gray color, and his eyes are milky white. And actually, is there a place where I can send an image of this guy, Trent?
In like the Discord?
Yeah.
I don't know if... Can you just message any of them? Because you should be able to message pretty much any of them.
Okay.
Send it
I'll
to
just
character
send it.
creation rules if you can.
Okay.
That way we get to see your character.
all right. We have some art.
You drew him? That's
I-
scary to me, because every time
I
we draw
had
a
someone
character,
draw him.
Oh, that's even
I
better.
had
This
Zach
scares me.
draw him for me.
this scares me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
One sec.
That's how you know he's serious about
Hopefully,
this. He already got someone else to. He asked someone else to draw his character.
Trent. Hopefully, our campaign doesn't end in 5 sessions because the character was drawn.
Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Where'd you send it to?
Nightmare for
So,
party planning.
Party
so
So
planner.
you're a
he
witch, I
Godwin
presume.
and Godwin in every sense looks like a zombie, a reanimated zombie. His gums and
Damn.
his lips are gone, and his gums are dried and peeled back to reveal his like yellow teeth, and his milky white eyes are like completely glazed over and emitting a small purple vapor from the tear ducts. And he wears uh, a large shoulder-mounted cape, uh, without any like shirt or anything. And he wears big flowy pants and sandals, and also has a staff made from human bone.
Yep.
That is all things that Rias would allow you to have. That would be. He's probably uses you as a scare tactic, if anything. And what was your character's name?
I'm
Again?
not the only dead one.
Godwin.
Godwin. Okay, that
I'll
fits.
make some later.
But can you see the map tools shared screen that I've put up?
If I try to look, it might glitch me out, and I have to like
Ah.
quit and come back. But I'll try.
Well, this is the predicament you're in with your little segment being four groups corralled by several guards apiece. You're in the center one, surrounded by the most amount of guards, and you notice the cleric rushing up to seemingly, since you know that she is like the head of like the slave trade, or not the slave trade, but she's like the one who deals with the day-to-day activities of slaves. Rias is the one who has far too much going on to just deal with the simple business side effects. She's the guy who does that. And so she rushes onto the field and looks at each group and begins inspecting. You do notice, however, that she is severely injured, and now that the group you were trying to get close to has arrived, you know you need to do something just heinous enough that Rias sends you with them. Because you know Rias hates these people. So you want to do something just heinous enough where he doesn't immediately kill you, but enough where he sends you with them. And you see this cleric now, which you know is an up-and-coming recruit of his, rush onto the field, severely injured. Several days earlier, you had managed to, instead of turning in after like your materials after training, you managed to keep a few, and slowly had built up basically a second material pouch by just saying, "Oh, I spent those materials already," and managing to hide them, likely within the folds of your skin. And so now you have basically an entire component pouch and more or less your entire array of spells. And you're not no minor wizard, even if Rias doesn't know your full extent quite yet.
Goal is to like kind of escape from there.
The goal isn't to escape. The goal is to do something harsh enough that Rias doesn't kill you, but sends you with the people you know he hates.
Okay, okay.
You're basically trying to
Are
become
there?
equals in hatred to them.
Nuke it.
I'm thinking about it. Are
You are
are
That's
there
surrounded
what
by
any
we
people.
did.
corpses of any
That's
kind
what we
around me?
did.
Do what?
Are there any corpses of any kind around me?
Rias usually keeps his place pretty clean. There's no corpses in the area. You are surrounded by easily ready-made corpses, though, as you're surrounded by fellow slaves as well as guards.
Okay. So, where all those little dudes in there? Those are slaves,
Yes,
right?
all of these are slaves, and you are the one that stands out with your wizard-looking attire. The rest of them are just slave folk, and these are the guards that are corralling you in circles.
Okay. I want to position myself in like a corner, kinda,
You want to
like
try and
in
push
the
your way
bottom
into
right
one of the
corner.
corners?
And that circle of guards put me in the bottom right corner.
Okay. So you want to be in the bottom right corner from other commoners. You want to be in the bottom right of your group.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want to angle a burning hands to hit as many peasants as I can, as many other
Oh my
slaves.
god! This is not
Immediate.
what I expected you to do.
Well, damn.
I figured you would use
If I'm
them.
trying to get them to get rid of me.
I figured you would like use them, not immediately murder them. But sure, that would be
I mean,
heinous. Let me see.
technically, it's he is using them.
I mean, you can
Yeah, he's
get
gonna
up
use them.
to 4 people. Yeah, you can only get 4 as far as I know.
All right. I guess I'll blast those fellas then.
Okay, so you use your skill to shoot out a blast of fire just into your own slave folk people. You immediately, and there's no way, since it's 4d6, correct?
3d6.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead and roll those dice for me. Because I was wondering if it was extremely easy but for them to all die, but no, there is a chance they can survive. What's your DC?
Right. 1 sec.
Okay.
Starting off strong immediately.
Immediately Kotaro-esque murdering 4 people just to get
Hey, it makes sense. Hey, it makes
Hey,
sense if he's gonna be a part of our group.
Okay, how do you do DC again? Isn't it 10 plus intelligence plus
It's 8 plus
proficiency?
Eight
proficiency.
plus.
8 plus proficiency, and then you add your intelligence. So it would be 8
Oh,
Okay,
that's well.
with like a +3, whatever your proficiency is, plus your intelligence.
okay, so it's 16.
16. One
Mhm.
of them pass.
Okay,
So what's the damage?
let me roll real quick.
Okay. Because I think it doesn't matter. Solid chance it don't.
12 damage.
12 damage, halved with a success is still 6. All 4 of them immediately burn alive and die in a torrent of flame. They only have 4 HP. So, yeah. You immediately burn 4 commoners alive, as well as soon as you start chanting, the guards all around you ready their like swords and shields and start to like close in on each other's position in a small attempt to try and offer some protection to themselves if you do begin any sort of rampage, because they don't necessarily know exactly who did it. Most of them, only a few actually saw you cast it. They just know a torrent of flame happened, and a few even look back thinking it's likely Rias, but not this time. And you see the cleric also begin to rush actually into the little containment field, trying to see what's going on. As she was kind of standing on the edge, not getting too close to anybody, now she is rushing in. Roll some initiative for me, as now people are actively going to try and kill you.
Okay.
Your biggest advantage right now is they don't know exactly who did it. Most of them. Oh my god, these guys suck. Well, not that bad, actually.
I need to up my MRVG because I need to do that in case I need to roll anything.
Hold up, my internet's being slow.
MRPG always is. That is why I've ascended into using the map tools to actually roll my stuff as well.
Oh. Internet was so slow.
Did he crash?
I'm here. I rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you go last out of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting off, the slaver guards, the regular guards, all begin to close in on each other, kind of forming a defensive barrier, like no longer worried about trying to keep them corralled in corners, and instead more worried about trying to work together to survive what is going to happen. They're not really that worried about y'all's safety. They're worried enough to not outright abandon you against whatever's happening, but they're not worried enough to try and fight through their own danger. and begin to form small groups and coalesce into little regiments as best they can. None of them attack, which is strange, but not that strange. They don't want to just start killing random slaves. They are being cautious to a point. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, just to see if any of the guards have recognized that you did it. Because there are several on this field you know that have the ability to cast Burning Hands. As he doesn't just have one wizard slave, he has several. That is one of his specialties. Have to roll this.
19.
Unless they roll real high, they didn't see nothing. Nope. They have no clue who did it. So the first turn is spent for them coalescing to groups. The slaver continues closing the gap and actually stands behind several of her other men. And they don't. The others that are standing guard at the gate don't even move. They just keep standing there, letting the guys on the inside deal with whatever's happening. Back to your turn. No one's taking any specific actions against you. But none of the other slaves are also fighting. They're all just kind of standing around confused.
Okay. I'm going to cast... Hold on, where is it? Animate Dead
Okay.
on 2 of the corpses.
What level's Animate Dead?
Level 3.
Okay, I thought it was higher than that.
But,
On 2 of the corpses?
I'm a necromancer, School of Necromancy.
Yeah, they're no longer dead, and they become undead. I'm going to mark them with a separate condition. Alright. Those guys are now your 2 undead. Do you have their stat blocks, or are they just regular zombies?
They're just regular zombies.
Okay, I can look up one of those and easily do it. I think they're regular zombies, yeah. So that's your action.
They're regular zombies, but their hit points are increased by my wizard level.
So by 8.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and keep track of that. Alright, that's your action. What are you doing with the rest of your movement? Or bonus, even. So they have 30 HP. It's pretty good.
So can I command both of them with one bonus action?
You can give one a very specific command, or you can just give both of them a generic command, or give both of them the same specific command. So you can go, you two, open that door. You two, defend yourselves. You two, attack that person. Or just kill everybody. Those are basically some examples. But you can't go, you, kill everybody, and you, defend yourself. That doesn't work.
Okay. I'm going to tell both of them to just start attacking the slaves.
Do they go on your turn?
Okay.
Do you know?
One sec. They'll go on my next turn.
Okay, so they can't go quite yet. But you give them, on this turn, the bonus action. Kill everybody as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Any movement? Do you want to try and run past the guards and get out of the main globule, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I'm fleeing away, but yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm fleeing away, trying to get away from all the danger.
Give me a deception check. Cleric has some good insight, so she might see it. Nope, she don't see nothing.
I rolled a 7.
She rolled a 5, so you still beat her.
Oh,
And she's a cleric with proficiency in insight.
that's funny.
But acting like you're just a regular old slave, just fleeing, you're terrified of these things. Where do you want to run? Do you want to run to another globule of people? Do you want to just run toward the exit?
I want to run towards the exit.
Okay, you begin to make your sprint. You just have 35 foot of movement. Or not 35, you have 30 foot of movement, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You just run directly toward the exit. The guards at the exit begin to raise their spear and shield now, as well as the more proficient guards also begin to do so, like draw their blades and lift up a shield, but kind of lazily, not expecting you to escape or anything. They don't train you that well, at least in their eyes. So, still no one knows that you're technically the assailant, but no one really knows anything anyway. At the end of your turn, now I'm actually going to have to roll the slaves' turn, because they actually do something as well. The slaves go right after the guards, as the guards now kind of starting to panic on their own terms, are going to try and start fleeing as well, but not fleeing as in, like, immediately running away, fleeing as in cutting off the exit to the slaves. So they can't actively attempt to escape in this moment
Am I
of turmoil.
echoing a little bit?
Not that I can tell.
Okay. Because it says I'm speaking stuff.
You're not.
Okay. It just
Oh,
it
that's
looks
your
like I'm
test.
saying stuff, but
Just
That's how you check. Is you scream as loud as you can. See if there's an echo pop up.
yeah, a lot of these guys are just like
Effective.
moving out of the way. They don't want to fight the zombies. They want to let the slaves fight the zombies, so they don't have any risk to their own body. In a very selfish, obviously a slaver kind of way. Yeah, this is all they do, is run closer to the exit. That ends the guard's turn. After the guard's turn, it goes to the slaves, which the slaves do start picking up sticks in the area and or just using their fist. They're going to try and pummel your zombies, as they obviously know they're not going to be let out of here. So they begin to try and gang up on these zombies, moving and using what little training they are given to try and flank around some zombies. They basically entirely encapsulate your zombies. It's pretty much what they do.
Alright.
They just fully surround them. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to actually make attacks separately. Which, I mean, that's easy dining for the zombies, is all I'm saying. They just deliver themselves directly to them. But it's also their best hope. Up here with... what's the AC with an 8? Okay. 1 damage. God dang. 2 damage. God dang. That's it. 2 damage.
Epic.
2 whole damage.
One of your zombies takes 2 damage. So, let's just say zombie number 1 takes 2 damage. As they all begin to punch this zombie a whole bunch of times. But they don't seem to have many weapons, and they also don't seem to be very accurate with what they do have. That ends the slave's turn, for sure. It then goes down to, after the slave's turn, veterans, and then the cleric. The veterans are going to start moving. Oh, not that doesn't all the slaves' turn. The rest of the slaves, other than those that are punching them, all begin to also flee toward the exit, just to get away. And then it goes down to the other guy's turn, which they're obviously getting ready for a rush of people to try and exit, and they do not want them to exit. So they're going to start murdering some of these slaves as they're shouting, "Get back, get back." And you start hearing commands to retreat to the corners, go back to your groups. And the slaves are terrified. But I'm going to make you make an intimidation check for the zombies. And I'm making an intimidation check for the guards. So basically roll me a charisma check with a -3. But with advantage. You get advantage because they're killing people. Bro. Nothing's going right for these guards. They got a 3 on the intimidation check, so.
With advantage, I got 13.
Yeah. The slaves do not care. They are more terrified of the zombies than they are of the guards. To which the guards start murdering people. Stepping into their attack formations, more or less, just wading into the crowds, as these are the more skillful killers. They're going to start their murder rampage. Bop, bop. Immediately, this guy brings 2 down, killing them immediately. Doo-doo. Da, 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 da. 2 more kills for the veteran guards. Two more kills. Every hit's a kill for these guys, more or less. And they're not even they're not listening to commands, so it's on them. This guy sucks, though. He misses both of his attacks. The rest of the squad kills 2 people each, and he kills nobody. He's the weak link here. But at the end of those guys' turn, now it goes down to the cleric, which, alongside her squad, as the rest of the squad moves, she is going to start retreating, but doesn't want to retreat entirely, and is attempting to be the voice of reason. She's going to try and persuade the slaves not to fight the guards, but fight the zombies instead. I'm just going to make a charisma check on their part. 14. That beats your earlier check. So the slaves begin to slow in their immediate rush and start to turn their eye toward the zombies, and they're starting to weigh their options. It's either fight a well-prepared force or fight some zombies. And they're kind of debating, and they think they're starting to lean on the side of fighting the zombies. After that, it goes back to you. Your turn.
Okay.
And you're standing 10 foot, like there's a 5-foot gap between you and one of Rias's lieutenants. And she is bleeding heavily before she even entered the area.
Okay. I don't know if I
Malicious
should
intent.
target her because that might make Rias mad enough to just like execute me.
It's up to you to figure out.
Malicious intent is brewing.
Okay, screw it. Have her make a dex saving throw real quick.
What are you casting, my man?
Lightning bolt.
Oh, I don't know why I started that person. Oh my god, lightning bolt, why? You don't need to cast lightning bolt. But sure, 10. She fails with a 10.
She fails with a 10.
Yep. Nothing has ever gone right with these slave guards in their small existence here.
Okay.
Become a blood marine for like 2 seconds.
That is 23 damage.
Blood for the blood
She
god.
takes
Go
it into her
for
shield, rolling to try and absorb the blow with the brunt of it with her shield, but doesn't understand quite how badly. She overestimates herself because she was badly hurt just a few moments ago, and her spell that she used to survive the last heavy blow wasn't reapplied. So she absorbs the shock, rolls with it, and the lightning starts to arc around her entire armor and body, all of it more or less cooking her alive. She falls over, immediately dying.
Epic, epic.
Fresh
As well as,
meat.
doesn't it create a line?
Yes.
The commoner behind her also just dies.
Nerd.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. Any movement or bonus actions you would like to do?
I don't believe I have any bonus actions, so yeah, that'll be it for me.
Alright, your zombies are going to start chewing and eating. How many attacks do they get? Just one. And it only has
Just
a plus
one.
3 to hit, so that's one hit, though. Okay, that definitely hits. They only have 10 AC, these commoners, so it's not that hard. One kill, and one heavily injured. So, one of your zombies immediately tears the throat out of one of the commoners, and the other zombie doesn't do quite as well, but does severely injure the fellow. with 2 damage. That's severely injured for them. So that's the end of the zombies, and then it goes back to the slaver guards.
Ethan's just causing the plague to happen right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much, all
Make the
these
game a zombie apocalypse game.
guards begin to create small lines even more correctly, more or less at this point, cutting off the retreat of the commoners on the left side, as well as somewhat on the right side. They at this point, more or less, the commoners either gonna have to fight the zombies, or they're probably gonna end up dead trying not to. If they try and
Yeah,
rush out. Other than that, knowing that the people are likely to turn around doesn't matter. They're gonna keep killing more people. These are the newbie guards, after all, as well as they don't want the ones near the gates to get any ideas. I didn't mean to do damage. Miss. Kill. Miss. Kill. Kill.
How many peasants are
Standing on the
left, bro?
court. There ain't a whole lot of people left over here. Like, 2 of the major groups have just straight died now. Like, 2 of the major groups are just gone because they've been wiped off the face of the earth by the squadrons of people that have stayed near the gates to stop them from fleeing. And this isn't the only place where you hear this happening. Not quite as chaotic in the other places. They're just like, you hear like murmurs of like what's going on in the other place over. As you see, there is 3 major segments, as well as some fighting pits below. This is obviously like a pretty much expandable block that Rias has implemented so that he could just continuously expand. I didn't mean to make an attack on that guy's part. His little operation, if he wanted to. Dude, these guys just murder everyone they hit.
Too bad they're mid.
I mean, they ain't dangerous to you guys. They're just dangerous to these folk. Yeah, that's the
Make
end of
one of the Make one of the zombies say "halt, what the fuck" in the zombie voice.
The
In a
commoners'
zombie
corpses
voice.
are getting thrown out of the way as the other commoners kind of clamor for their place to continue fighting the zombies. They're all not that eager, but they know they don't have much choice. If they don't fight the zombies, they are going to get killed. The slaves just begin to gravitate toward the zombies, to wait in line to die to them, more or less.
Trauma.
Yeah, this would be traumatizing to pretty much everybody here. Except for our man who's causing it all, of course.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
The man behind the slaughter.
Yeah, the man behind the slaughter is, you know,
I do be the man behind the slaughter, though.
he be enjoying it a little bit, probably.
Just a tad bit. Not like he's enjoying it
Yeah, the people,
immensely.
the commoners by the gate just start like running away. They just watch like 6 dudes get murdered behind them. They're trying to go fight the zombies now. They're not going to try and escape anymore. After the commoners, it goes down to the cleric, which is dead, and then the guard veterans, which begin to try and fill the gaps in the line of the lesser experienced guards. To the point where one of them walks right next to you as he just watched you murder the person, the cleric. There's no hiding it at this point. A lightning bolt soared out of your hands into her. And they're going to begin carving you to pieces.
Nah,
Nice.
I could have hit it. I could have hit it.
I don't think so. 24 to hit with 10 damage. The other one misses.
Who did that?
Just one of the veteran guards.
Did he hit me?
Yeah, with 24 to hit, he does 10
Okay.
damage.
I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay. Dexterity
to hell.
save.
Me and you, Eden, we're gonna have like a gay relationship.
He has a 15
Yeah.
to save, which fails. 15 fails.
Okay, so that's 2d10.
Yep. What's your AC?
It is a 2. Or not a 2, a 12.
About to say,
Oh,
uh,
yeah, I was about to say.
another guard hits you for 6 damage. And another guard hits
Hey,
you for 4 damage.
alright, so how much damage is that overall?
Uh, 20.
20? Okay. Did that one guy fail the Hellish Rebuke save?
Yes, he did. He failed.
Okay, he took 11 damage.
Okay. He doesn't seem all that bothered, as even when he fails, his body is by far more heavily trained than the others. He's likely been in this business for a good period of time. Rias would get mad if a lot of these guys died. The other ones are pretty expendable. After those guys turn, it goes back to you.
Okay, I am, so I was just trying to get a rise out of Rias, right?
Yeah, you don't necessarily
So
need to win this. You just want to be angry enough, make him angry enough with you that he just sends you with the other group that just recently is coming in.
Okay, I'm straight up. I'm going to halt all my effects. I'm going to stop concentration on all my spells.
So your animate dead
And
just fall over.
yeah,
That's
and
not
I'm
actually
just
concentration.
gonna surrender. I'm just gonna surrender.
The zombies just go out of control. Actually,
Okay. So you immediately stop focusing on taming the zombies. You put your hands up after taking this beating, which the veterans deem pretty severe. They have cut you up okay amounts. They probably believe you do really want to surrender. Though you're unexpectedly good at surviving their attacks. The zombies in the background, as they don't immediately fall over, they just wander around apparently and start attacking things. They go on a rampage, killing several other folk, and just murdering. But they are eventually handled as the commoners, die a few times and eventually kill one, and then they start to retreat as they seem to be making no leeway, and the guards come in and finish the last one off. And the veterans here kind of look at you and start talking, and you overhear them being like, should we just kill this one? It's obviously overly okay with being killed or hit. I don't know, man. Do you think it'd be nice for Rias to know that the guy who instigated all this garbage was killed by us on the field? He's the kind of guy who likes to torture or at least punish people in his own way. Fair enough. They begin to walk away with one or two standing nearby you. The first guy immediately or eventually comes back with some manacles and begins to try and slap the to be magical manacles on your wrists and legs. You just allow this to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. They chain you up and make it where you can barely walk, more or less half your movement speed. They, knowing that you're a spellcaster, put tight gloves over your hands made of leather so that you can't extend your fingers and can't cast, and begin to drag you back into the compound. Not too long later, as you're being dragged into the compound, actually, as this fight took a while, as well as the cleanup took a while, longer than a usual fight would for you, and you begin to hear yet another commotion back towards the gate, which quickly stifles, surprisingly, and you are drug in without any further acknowledgement and just thrown in a cell. And that's where we cut back to our other party members, who wake up in this same cell, in a very, very dark corner of it, each of you manacled with your hands above your heads, like hanging from them, in a really uncomfortable way. Your feet are also chained to the wall so that you can't even kick out. The best you could do would be bend your knees. You can lift yourself up by these chains, but to break them, you would have to either have some sort of way to pull, and even BL, with his obviously kind of magically inspired strength, in some cases, he begins to pull and tug almost instinctively to try and escape, and he recognizes, just by being around them and testing it with his own near unnatural strength, these chains are also magical. Likely not all of his chains are, but a good portion seem to be. You wake up as the doors clang shut, with this horrifying man being tossed into the chamber with you. You almost think him a ghoul when you bleary-eyed look at him. And for some reason, he is the only one of you who isn't chained up to the wall. He is just thrown in with his hands tied up and his legs tied up, but he isn't hanging like the rest of you as you awaken. And you come to understand this is likely at least an hour, hour and a half later, after your last known moment of conscious thought.
Are we all awake?
You guys are awakened by the loud shuddering noise as the door bangs shut. So yes. And by the way, those of spellcasters, as in Skins, actually even BL, all of you have your hands tied, so you can't use your fingers to cast any somatic elements.
Can I bring my sword out?
You go to summon your sword, and it appears in your hand, but your hands are also forced above your head. So it would be near impossible to use this sword in any combat scenario.
I desummon it.
Okay, it disappears.
And I can't, no matter how far I tug, I can't pull out.
Doesn't seem that way.
I would just say, like, just for context, I'm guessing Nimi is just still asleep.
Yeah, they'll be unconscious in this moment, yeah.
Okay.
I think that like BL at this point has done nothing but just like keep his head down.
I'm still conscious, correct?
Yes, they never knocked you unconscious. They just drug you in here and threw you in front of these people. And the
Okay.
reason why you're in this particular cell, is that while the others are just normal metal bars, these bars are magically enchanted, so that even if they manage to break somehow out of their containment thing they're already in, they can't break those metal bars as easily, at least.
Yeah.
And so, are we all in like the same cell? Or are we in like separate?
You guys are all in the same cell. You're in one large, dark cell, and you also notice that once you get your bearings, all of your equipment that is anything of use to you has been stripped away. The only thing you're left in is your shirt and pants. They took all of your armor off, all of your weapons, everything that could be hidden on you was likely searched. And even if they weren't, in a very secret place you likely couldn't reach.
Do I at least have my sunglasses?
Sure, they left you with your sunglasses, I guess.
Okay.
You have?
Just
Does he
make
just? Does he still have the Gucci clothes on, or is
Yeah,
they gone?
it's the
Oh,
Gucci
God.
undershirt, Gucci pants.
Oh,
They didn't
thank
take
God.
those, yeah.
Thank God.
They didn't undress him.
Even though they are technically magical.
Hey, they are magical. They are magical.
Reese is a skillful wizard. He could detect if it was useful magic.
Yeah. So I have my crown and everything. Got it.
Yeah, you just have really... Yeah, sure.
I look at
Right, hold on.
Eden's character. Should we all describe our characters first?
Yeah, sure. Because Eden doesn't necessarily
Sure.
know exactly what you look like.
We already heard Eden's character. Who wants to go first?
You, since you're the one saying
You.
it.
Yes.
Alright. Well, if reroll will load, that's why I was asking for someone else to do it.
Well,
Okay. Like they said, he is a 6-foot halfling, has a farmer's tan.
Half elf?
He is wearing. I said half elf.
I thought you said halfling.
No, half elf. He's half elf. That's why I said 6 foot. He has, like they said, Gucci purple clothes with golden imprints of his name literally everywhere. Just crawfish everywhere on his like clothes. He has sunglasses and a crown. His hair is like a light brown. It is like it's kind of like my hair if it was more pointy. He doesn't have his backpack, I'm guessing.
Nope.
His right arm is covered in yellowish red electricity, just continuously flowing. You see also his veins look like ghostly tentacles. For a second, if you did look, his sword that he summoned out of his hand was red, but then desummoned. He has a red belt, covered in gold, like the golden imprints. Uh, that's kind of him. Greenish blue eyes.
Would you also describe Nim after the rest of the party goes?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Unless you want me to do it right now, because I have to
Yeah, just
load it
skins.
up.
Skins.
Scan's going.
Oh, you're skipping me? Okay. We're
No.
skipping
Yeah.
him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, name me
So
BLS.
you see in a pretty funny manner, just a small goblin just kind of like hung up like in an X formation as I'm that's what I'm doing. Fuck you, Trent. His head is just down. His since he doesn't have like his cloak and stuff, you see he's like a bright green goblin with little specks of orange. Actually, how bright is it in here?
Extremely dark.
Oh, extremely dark. Okay,
Like
so what
almost
you see
pitch.
what you see is just red eyes, just like looking down. You see him. He has a very uh messy hair that's like kind of all over the place, but not really all over the place. More just like slipped back a little bit. Like I said, like spikes. There's like a little small streak of white hair going to the back of his head. Um, I mean, it's not really much else to say. He's just a green goblin with orange hair with a white speck in it, and he has glowing red eyes.
All right, BL.
Do I still have my armor on me, or did they strip me of
They
that?
took your armor off.
Okay. So you see a pretty tall, 6 foot, 6'3", 6'4", kind of. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I said he was like really, really tall. So he's like 6 foot, like 7. Huge dude, extremely like built. Um, you see that one of his eyes around it is it's like this really weird red discoloration, and the eye itself is completely blacked out except for 3 red, like misty looking triangles that orbit around it. And other than that, he's just pretty scarred up, and he's like really hairy. And then yeah, it's pretty. Also, you see a tattoo on his shoulder of a Joker, like the card, like a Joker card as a tattoo.
All right.
Okay.
Nim.
Okay, before I talk about Nim, I forgot about he has like William has like a big gray patch of white in his hair because he was magically aged. Nim is
He also
a.
had blue skin and feathers.
I did have blue skin and feathers once before, yes.
Twice.
But those are gone. Twice, yes, both twice. They're gone. Nimi, is she right now? Does she still look like a wood elf, or did she go back to a drow?
At this point, her disguise has been wiped away.
Got it.
Probably in the process of making sure she had nothing hidden.
Okay. She doesn't have her mace, shield, or
No, nothing
backpack, so I
of
gotta go off of that.
equipment.
You see, asleep, kind of just kind of like still unconscious, hasn't woke up yet. A drow. Did not. I'm gonna guess she's like a 5'7" drow. She has green, short hair with glasses as well, so she can see. Did they take those as well? Because she won't be able to see.
No, she'll have her glasses because they don't want to blind
Okay,
the poor fellow.
Okay. She would have red eyes, but you don't see that. The same color, but not Gucci clothes as William. She has a full purple outfit with a purple jacket, and the shirt is white. She has a couple pouches on her side, purple shoes, and that's all I see.
All right.
So I'm going off of that.
So what do you guys do? Hanging here and or sitting here in this dark chamber with each other.
Skins has just been like. Oh, sorry. You want to go, Ethan?
I wanna. Okay, so they're all tied up, right?
Yes. You technically are as
Okay,
well, but you can still move. Like, it's just your hands and legs.
I wanna like kind of walk around the room and inspect each individual that's just like chilling, hanging in the air, tied up or whatever. I'm gonna inspect them all.
They do match the description you were given.
You see a confused face on the Gucci'd outfit person.
Alright.
Uh,
That's all I needed.
as you go up to Skins though, Skins just like looks up at you, sees the. He kind of he goes feral for a second, as if he was like a rabid dog trying to bite you with jagged teeth. But then he kind of just like calms down and just like you just see him defeated, and just like looks right straight down, and just lets out a small sigh.
Anything else, or are you just going to wait for the time to pass?
Why do you look like my... You know what? I want to make an insight check to see if he is my dad.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Okay, William. Go
Alright.
ahead and make an insight check.
William, is my dad?
Is that my...
Is he
Is that my dad?
Bro,
As
his face is
I-
carved open. What do you mean? Is that my dad?
I'm making an insight check.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think he really needs to make
16.
a deception.
16.
I'm not your dad.
What?
I'm not your dad. I'm sorry, Damien.
You see him kind of like look down, depressed.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
So, since we're gonna be here for a little bit, what's your name? And why are you dead?
Well, my name is Godwin. And no, I'm not dead.
Okay.
Well, you will be. Skins kind of says, muttering.
Yeah, we're all gonna probably die. At least, hopefully, we get our last meals. They call me Crawl Daddy. The goblin over there that was kind of like a rabid dog, he's the leader. So, that's...
We do not call him that. His name's William.
I want them to call me that.
I will stick to William.
Okay. So, you guys have any last words? This is probably our
Skins
last
just-
day on this world, so...
Skins just stays quiet and just looks away from William.
Well,
Man, I wish I had a... Oh.
how did all of you end up here?
We were stupid and ran into a bunch of fire. Because we trusted Rias. We trusted him for some reason.
Skins
Does
like
sound
just like
sort of stupid.
kind of. Skins like kind of glares at Biel a little bit.
Uh-oh, BL, what'd you do?
Chase said something, but
Yeah,
I can't
really
hear.
He's
quietly.
so muffled. He's really muffled, dude.
He doesn't even raise his head. He just continues to look down.
So what do you guys think is going to happen to Zeal and them? Because they were on their way.
Trent, have I since Skins? Is there like a window or something like a
No.
little bar window I can hear? Oh, there's nothing.
Nope.
Night
It's the
Skins-
most
Skins
depressing of dungeons you could be in.
Could Skins possibly hear what was happening outside?
There's no way a sound could reach down here unless they were already at the door.
No. Skins is like
If
gonna
I-
look at.
Oh.
Since he's gonna look at
If
William,
I,
is like, bruh.
sorry, bro, you kept pausing.
Well, I literally paused because you were speaking. But anyway, so this is gonna look
Okay.
at William. Is like, um, well, chances are they probably just left.
I don't think Zio would do that.
Well, I mean, she's up against Zeal again. And sure, we might have had a group of people, but what were they gonna do?
Yeah, if we couldn't stop them, then they probably wouldn't. Trent, so Godwin can move around, right? And is his hands chained up enough to where he can grab stuff?
His hands are like wrapped up, but he can like pick up objects, but he can't like move his fingers. He has to like club them together with his hands.
So if I throw him my sword, would he be able to pick it up and like slowly chaw through the chains?
He could try to, yeah, but when the sword, it can't leave within a 5 foot radius of you, otherwise it'll disappear within a minute. So he would have to basically start near you at least.
Godwin, come here.
What?
Could you help me get out of these chains?
Perhaps. What do you have in mind?
I summon my sword. If you come here and just slowly chain through this, we can get all of them out, and we can try to escape.
Seems like a fine idea to me. And I'm gonna
Alright.
try to start sawing through.
You
Yeah,
like
drop it
club
the moment he's,
together,
like, right
picking
next to
up
me.
the sword, and you start to like smack the chains and start trying to saw and do whatever you can, but quickly realize that both you don't put a lot of pressure on the chains because your hands are clubbed and you don't have a huge grip strength possibility, as well as these is magically enchanted. Most of the equipment he
Yeah.
has isn't, but he has several or many chains and or manacles, and even the bars on this particular cell are all magically enchanted so that any magic users and or any items that people manage to slip in are unlikely to even do anything. Basically, high threat people get magic chains and bars, and you're high threat people. So you begin to saw and realize that it's hard to break a magic item even with another magic item.
Nothing working?
No. Is it supposed to be?
I dissipate the sword. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Tell me whenever we're dead. You see him just start to sleep.
So we cannot cast spells, right?
Not with your hands tied up like this, no.
Yeah, no.
Unless it's only a vocal spell. If it doesn't require a material nor somatic, then you can cast it.
Hey,
But usually
hey,
that's only
Damien?
bars.
Okay.
What's up?
Damien,
What's up?
cast Misty Step.
Can I?
It's verbal.
It is just verbal.
Is it just verbal?
It's just verbal.
You want to cast Misty
I
Step?
use my free version of Misty Step, and I just come out of the chains
You
right next to them.
quickly. You want to go right next to them.
Oh wait, how big is this?
The
How
room
big is
is, while being large, it's like probably 10 foot deep and 20 foot wide. You
If
can
I leave them,
teleport
what's the-
outside the bars if you want to.
If I leave them, then like, what's the point?
I mean, you'll be on the outside. Maybe you can get some keys or something.
All right, I'll look at them and be like, I have a second plan. We don't know how long they're gonna take. I can try to get some keys for us. Maybe try to escape.
And how do you plan
Well,
on
we
doing
got-
that? There's probably a lot of people up there, and you're not as stealthy as I am, William.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Let me look at one of my spells real quick.
What happened?
William is going to
we're trying-
teleport outside the bars, we believe.
Wait a minute. Wait, if I dimension door is only verbal.
Okay.
I mean, you're free.
I'm going. I'm going to Missy step into the room because he just said that I can get skins out as well,
Technically.
and then take him outside. We can try to find something to get everybody else out.
So you misty step out of your chains and are now standing next to Godwin, entirely free.
Skins, you want to go look for some keys with me?
How do you plan on getting me out? I don't have that spell.
I grab his legs, and then we are just out. And then you see me open a door, and then we're outside the bars and we're free.
Now you two are standing in the small hallway, and as you look up and down it and land here and take in the sights, you notice there are chains and stuff rattling as you see row upon row of cells that are in varying degrees of comfort. From your cell being likely the worst looking one to the point down the hallway, your keen sense of smell, as you do realize how hungry you are, you actually smell what smells like good food. In this hallway, you don't notice any guards. You also don't notice any people. And you know this place is obviously trapped, and you can now see the from the inside of the cell, it wasn't really that easy to tell, but there is a slight fog that permeates the entire place. But you're basically standing in a long hallway that stretches maybe 100 foot, and it's obviously underground.
That's how I get you out of the chains.
Okay. William, you're either idiotic or genius. But now the
I'm
issue
kind
is
of
we got nothing to protect ourselves.
We have a
Alright.
sword and our brains. Let's work together, baby.
Do you have anything that could help us sneak around?
No.
Alright.
The rest of my teleporting spells are either Dimension Door again, Misty Step again, or make a really loud sound to get around here. Gaseous form is only one person, so no. I got nothing. Do we have anything in our inventories besides just the sword and our clothes?
Nope.
That's it?
Nope. Nothing
Yeah, I
else.
got nothing.
Do I have that clockwork amulet still, Trent?
Why would you have that? No.
Why would you, no. They
I
took
mean, it's not
anything
that great.
No, but it's a magic item. And a
The
useful
only thing
one.
they kept that was magical was my clothes.
Okay, actually, since I need to make sure my AC is 15 when I think about it.
Oh shoot, I need to work on that too.
Alright. Skins is gonna just like think for a second, and then he looks at his hands, and then he's going to cast Passive Out Trace.
Okay, say that again.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
I'm going to Passive Out Trace.
What's it require? Just verbal?
Verbal, somatic, and material.
You don't have
Then no.
material.
You don't have materials.
Actually, wait, hold on, what is it? What is it? It doesn't say. Let me check it.
No, if it just says material,
That-
it won't specify, but it requires a material.
I have a
Meaning an
14.
But I
arcane
can just
focus
look
or a
at-
pouch.
I can just look it up, though, to see what it is.
I only have a
Hey.
14 AC now.
Usually doesn't specify.
The spells usually
Unless it's a high
just
level.
Yeah, unless they're specific
Hold
like
on.
value components, they won't really specify.
Passive Out Trace. I'm gonna look it up anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't have that. Okay, I
What
don't
is it?
cast
You
it.
need-
It's ashes and sprig, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, yeah, no. How about we
Right,
don't
well-
be dumb this time and we look for traps around these halls?
Alright, I can help you with that. But, let's try and find at least some weapons maybe lying around.
That's also a good idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna help William with investigating for traps.
Make an investigation check with advantage.
Shoot, let's go. Let's go.
See, you guys are creative. You can try and find a way out of here.
Oh, that's a
We're
pretty
not
high
going
number.
to. You definitely planned it for us not being able to. 22.
22. You don't see any traps other than the fact that the area is permeated with fog. And this, you recognize, is something that you also experienced the first time you walked through here. not as prisoners. The entire building seems permeated with this weird fog.
Do we have our masks?
I mean,
No,
you could use your
we have
shirt as a
clothes.
mask, I guess.
Okay.
I'll do that. And now I guess we look for weapons as we look around.
Right now, you're in
Which
that place with rows upon rows of cells. You could try and go up to any of these cells and ask if someone there has a weapon, but
I thought you said there's no people in them. Oh,
no, there's people inside the cells. There's no people in the hallway.
oh.
okay. So how are we gonna get past that? That could be sued.
Cover your mouth and your nose.
Skins is just like gonna go walk over there and just like put his shirt over his stuff, over his nose and his mouth.
So which way are you going? Are you going pretty much, if you're looking at your cell, like looking into your cell, or are you going left or right? Those are basically your only two options. Left leads to the more fancy areas, and you can actually smell food coming from there. That's like good food. And right seems to lead into even danker areas, which just seems to be more rows of cells where you guys are, like the garbage cells.
Gonna head left.
You're heading to the fancy place?
Yeah.
We are hungry.
Okay. You guys begin to creep down there.
I'm gonna stealth.
Yeah, make some stealth checks.
I will. Yeah. Stealth checks. I get a +10 to this. I have a 17 adding on to this. Oh wait, no, I forgot.
mean?
Nope, we don't have side of. I forgot.
Don't. Okay. 29, Trent. Fuck you.
15.
Okay. 15. You begin to make your way down the hallway. And as you begin walking, the fog gets thicker and then lesser in areas to the point where you can't even see the walls at some point. But by the time you reach an intersection where the hallway ends, you look around and recollect your surroundings. And then you're confused. How you were walking toward the place with the good smelling food, and now you're in the deepest, darkest cellars that you can find. It's as almost as if you began walking one way and just were magically turned around. You're at the wrong end of the hall from where you were walking. But you see the intersection still around here, as you see it branches off like a T section, but right in front of you there is also a staircase to a metal door.
Is the metal door going like up or
Up, yes, up.
okay?
Think we found our way out.
And you see light coming
on.
through, like it's either in a lit up area or outside.
What'd you say, Eden?
Okay, well,
So I don't really understand.
We can't hear you.
um,
I said I don't want to cramp your guys' style, but I think you should kill it.
kill what? The door?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
that's a William idea. All right.
So what do y'all do?
Can I make us go into a mall and just try to bash the door open?
But hey, wait. Before you do anything,
Do you see me
check
holding a
the
big hammer?
stairs. Check the stairs.
I look to the stairs.
With
And I
your,
help him with.
I'm just going to say with your
investigate.
previous investigation, because right now this is all one big sneaking around investigating play check.
It should be 22.
Yeah, 22. You look at the stairs as you quickly cross over the little intersection, trying not to get saw by anyone that might be down those hallways. And while being surprised that you're at the deepest, darkest cellar, you also notice this is likely the way out. Checking the stairs, you see nothing. Not a glyph of warding in sight. You walk up to the doorway, checking it, and you do see some sort of enchantment on it. It isn't a trap that will hurt you, though. It seems to be a ceiling.
It'll alert them.
It seems to be a ceiling, like it seals the door. You can't exit through this, but you do see through. You can look out through one of the cracks. You can't actually see out. You can just see light beaming through. This is a solid metal door with a ill-fitting door frame, so you can just see light coming through it, but you guys can't actually see out. You either have to break this door or somehow teleport through it.
I have another teleport. I can
You
do
can't
it again.
teleport to places you can't see.
I can't even see the staircase?
You're on the stair. You're looking at the door.
Oh.
The door has nothing. You
Oh.
can't look through the door. It's just an ill-fitting door frame where you can see bits of bits of light coming through.
I can misty step to it, but I'll be leaving skins.
And expending your last spell slot.
Yep.
I mean, you can't get back into cell if you even wanted to.
What?
Okay, look.
Could
There's
go back to
probably
the cell.
there's probably some keys somewhere because we just have to find them, see where there is. We just have to be careful.
Why would they
Just
put the
keep-
keys inside of the cell place?
Well, William, I got nothing. Okay, there's nothing we can do without our gear.
I'm hitting the door of
Be
the
careful
mall.
with this. Okay.
Boom! Make an attack roll. As you slam the metal door with a giant
There's not gonna be
maul.
any keys in the cell area. They're not gonna do that. D20 plus 8.
Did you guys even free me?
Nope, you can't.
Nope.
They can't. They don't have any way
We
to
literally
break the locks. Nor
Oh
pick
yeah.
them.
Never mind.
They just
18.
teleported.
Them are all split destroyed.
Trent,
Make
18.
a damage attack roll. That's 2d6 plus your charisma modifier.
2d6 plus my... Oh, I don't do the cold damage, do I?
No. It is just... Well, that depends. Is your sword the enchanted item? Like, you still have your sword you have, like, a connection to.
Yes.
So, yeah, it does cold damage. If that's the reason you had the
Okay.
cold damage, it's because the sword was enchanted.
Yes. Yes. 2d6 plus 5 plus the d6. I'm not gonna Hexblade curse it, because why? Why would I?
You can't hexblade. It's not a living target. You can't. It's not a creature.
As I hit it, could I use wild magic?
Technically. Do you
I
want
don't know
to?
what it's gonna do for us.
The damage, first of all, is 12. That's pretty
12.
bad.
You smash into it, and you see, since the ill-fitting door frame doesn't support it properly, it begins to, like, bend at the top, but you also, it echoes. Like, that blow has echoed down every hallway around you, and you hear it reverberate several times back to you in just a few seconds. But the door is beginning to budge at the top, and you would probably have to hit it at least one more solid time, like you just did, to get it to break. But you also notice that the staircase behind you, webs begin to form. Sticky substances connect and begin to, more or less, form a blockage behind you that would be hard to get through without getting stuck to. You've set off some sort of alarm. What do you do?
I hit it again.
Okay, make it another attack roll with your second attack of the turn.
18 again.
18 again, roll damage. You're going to have to get to 20,
2d6.
which is 12 to 20, so it's only a little bit of
14
damage.
damage.
14 damage, you're good. You smash a second time. The door, like, bends at the top and, like, becomes a strange sort of, like, seesaw table, as it's supported in the middle, but it isn't supported at the top or bottom. So it kind of just turns to a table you can crawl under or on, and you see now that you are outside. It looks like outside, but you also see that several guards are looking at you from the walls now, as well as you can see Tarmal training with several people at the sand pits not too far away. He doesn't seem
Are
to
they
be
looking at
noticing
us?
you at the moment, but people are starting to get, like, noticeably shouting at each other. As well as the staircase behind you now is mostly webbed in. It would be hard to
Skins?
sneak by.
Skins. So
Okay,
are they looking at us? Are they coming after us?
Guards on the walls are, and they begin to, like, talk to each other, but Tarmal doesn't seem to notice you yet.
Skins,
Hey.
do you want me to teleport us out of here, or do you want to sneak away?
A snake.
Sneak? Okay, I'm gonna hold on to your hand. I wanna hold on to your back. And the moment they get really, really close, I'm teleporting us far.
The farthest you can teleport, even with dimensional door, would be either right at the base of the wall, or you could guesstimate and try and get on the wall. Can't go
We
further.
can climb. Alright, we sneak
Okay,
until we get caught fully.
Okay. Make another stealth check. People are looking at you. They saw the door bust in. You're gonna have to try and lose their eyesight. When you begin to exit out, you notice this is pretty much the same field that our man Godwick was fighting in. Except you guys are now looking at the sand pits with Tarmal training with several people on them.
Is is there like
23.
is there like any like bottles or anything I can carry
Uh,
or
the
grab?
only way you could get anything of substance more than a stick, maybe a club of a stick, would be to get to the training pits. Like everything around here is really clean. You might be able to pry a stone out of the like little road area, but to get anything more substance than a stone or a stick, you would have to get either to the training pits or onto the wall and kill a guard.
Okay, I want to roll my stuff real quick.
Yeah, so we have a 23.
23 and a
God.
14.
What'd you say, Sean?
23 and 14.
14. Okay. Average is like 18 or 19. You begin to try and lose line of sight, and as you crawl out from under the little seesaw of a door, you notice the guards look at you, and you look around for a way to hide, and you sprint into the one of the little pockets where the slaves are kept, seemingly during their training, and you kind of cross in to try and lose this line of sight of the guards on the wall, and notice on the other side, not seeming to notice you, are several other guards, not practicing, but seeming to tell incantations to slaves, who kind of glance over at you and then go back to their business, not trying to get in trouble at all, but also not trying to give you away, obviously. And you see at the back end of this little cubbyhole that you're crawling in, like you're running in, basically are these people training with slaves that could betray you at any moment. But you have technically broken line of sight by the people on the wall, but you also notice there's no other way out. So they know you're in here now. Unless you somehow get out without being seen, they know you're in this pocket. And they're starting to send alarms as you hear bells starting to ring.
Skins, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
All right, we'll try to get out. We'll try to get out. Walk away. Okay, listen. All right, we could probably try and find another place. Is there like a vent anywhere, Trent, or like a little small cubby hole?
You guys
probably
are
crawl through.
outside in the training areas. They wouldn't leave anything that was easily hideable in. Because
Oh, we're
this is where the
outside?
slaves go. Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
went
we're
outside.
outside.
You were outside. You looked at people on the wall. You ran down to the training area, and then ran in one of the training pits. Like one of the, obviously, arcane training pits. As you can see, minor spellcasters being trained in the art.
Okay, is there like any weapons we could use here?
You would have to go up to the guards that are training the people, like the people that are training, and you see daggers on the people who are training the slaves. And you even see the slaves have wands that you could use for spellcasting, but there isn't anything stronger than a club. Like, you do see wooden
Okay,
things that could be
do
used as
these
clubs, but no.
do these like look like well-trained guards or like just rabble?
These don't seem to be actually well-trained guards. They seem to be minor mages that are the ones training the slaves. There are guards around that are rabble guards, like just regular old folk, but the people actively doing the training, there's like a 1-to-3 ratio of trainee slaves and minor wizard trainers.
Okay, so I have a question. Would I be able to kill one?
Not without the others noticing, and you see, I'll give you a numbers estimate. There's probably about 8 proper guards in there. There's probably about 60 or so slaves in the back of this cubby. And
Are they trapped?
there's about 10 training wizards. They're obviously being blocked from the exit. Like, you're right at the exit. You ducked behind the exit,
Okay.
and they're all looking backwards, and the slaves are obviously trying to stop anyone from, or the guards are trying to stop any slaves from just running out the entrance where you guys are
But-
standing.
So the slaves obviously have chains, but like, can they freely move and do stuff?
Actually, something you notice now, these slaves don't have any chains. They're just entirely free right now.
Okay. Skin's like gonna like. Is there anything I can throw like a distraction?
There's some stones and sticks around, yes.
I'll grab a stone.
You pick up a stone, and you're Probably about 20 foot from the nearest person. That would be a worry to you at least. Like a guard.
Okay, how far can I throw this stone, Trent?
I would say a max is 60. And 20 with
Okay.
20 without disadvantage. 60 is like disadvantage territory.
Okay. Alright. I'm trying to think real quick. Okay, this is improvised weapon, so that's what, like a D4, D6?
I would say it's a D4.
Okay, so it won't be that much. I wanna... Okay, I'm just gonna grab like a bundle of pebbles, or like whatever I can get. Like
You get some
rocks and stuff.
reasonably sizable enough stones. You
Okay,
can only carry like 4 at a time in one arm, but it's good enough for now.
Is there like ways I can position myself to like throw the rocks so people like could probably like go investigate them?
If you throw them anywhere toward the entrance, you're going to be seen. As soon as any of these guards turn around, you're going to get seen. If you throw them toward the back, the guards are already looking that way. And if anything, you're more likely to give away your position as a stone sails past the guard.
Okay.
You're already as safe as you're going to get, and you know.
Yeah. All right.
But the bells have
Skins is
rung.
gonna go look. Yeah, the Skins is gonna look at Williams like, okay, William, we make our last stand here.
We're fighting?
Well, worst to come to shove, we get the fuck out of here. Just don't use any more spells.
I have
Okay.
to. I'll keep my last spell for us to leave if it gets too bad. But if we
Yeah.
do leave, we are most likely leaving BL, Nimi, and our person in there to die.
William, we're gonna have to find them, and we have to escape. If we all get captured, who knows what Reese is going to do to us?
You hear footsteps
Alright.
nearby.
Okay. And then Skins is like, Skins is gonna like go look at William. Okay, go out there, shoot whatever that thing is, and I'll do something. And then Skins is like,
Shoot what thing?
gonna-
Eldritch Blast?
yes,
Okay.
whatever. Skins is like gonna pop up and just throw a rock.
At who?
And
You're
I
gonna
will
like
shoot
pop
Eldritch
out
Blast.
of the cubby and throw the rock at whoever's coming, or you're gonna throw it at the
Yeah.
guys who are distracted.
I'm gonna throw it at the guys who are distracted.
Okay, you
Actually,
throw it.
who
What?
is one of the guards coming? Is this when I peek out? Is it like one of the wizard guards or something?
When you peek out, you notice it isn't just one of the guards. It is now several guards. You see probably about 10 people marching in step behind Tarmal,
Oh, nice.
as he is the one coming to, obviously knowing who is trying to escape, trying to come down here. And you peek out, and he doesn't catch a glimpse of you. He's not a very observant man, but he is coming, and he's probably about 30 foot away from your cubby. You either peek out or he's coming in.
Oh, okay. Can we like leave? Is there any place where we can leave and stay hidden?
Not really. This is designed specifically to be as visible as possible to anyone who wants to be seen. The only way you could do it is
Okay,
if you
I'm-
somehow climb the wall to the cubby you're in at just the right moment, but you have no climbing equipment, and it is a very smooth wall. I wouldn't even say William. I think William would have disadvantage because he would just be too heavy to be supported by these very smooth
But I
and
can
obviously
make it
not made stones.
I can make my
Okay.
sort of grappling hook.
All right.
I wouldn't do
All right.
no, you
Okay.
can't.
Okay. Just do something, and then Skins is like gonna throw it at, like one of the mages that are like trying to maybe like start another slave revolt.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna hearing that. I'm
Disadvantage?
just gonna point at random from my voice. I hear that guard. I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast.
So you peek out around the corner. William peeks out around the corner and shoots at Tarmal and the other guards. Correct?
Yes.
And Skins is throwing a stone in the back of the mage's head. Make an attack roll, both of you, or make attack rolls.
I'm shooting both.
Do we have advantage?
Skins would have advantage, and William would not, because these guards are in unknown. Like they don't know what's going on. The guards behind you are actively searching for you.
Okay.
27. I'm guessing hits
Tarmal.
that
yes.
guy. And a
Oh wait,
10
that's not
does
my
not.
modifier anymore. It'd be just a +10.
It's
Or
at
D4
well,
plus
it's
5.
it's whatever your strength modifier is. Oh, dex modifier.
9 damage.
plus archery, I guess.
9 damage to Tarmal.
Tarmal, you peek around the corner, shooting Eldritch Blast. One of them he like almost deflects with his blade, more or less cutting the force in half so it's dispersed over his body. The second one hits him in the shoulder, and now he grips his blade with 2 hands and begins to charge forward.
I bring out my sword.
You summon
Boy,
him.
I guess we're done here.
I'm gonna like also Furio the Small, the little the guy who wasn't paying attention.
I think it's a
this
guaranteed
one-
kill then, because it's an apprentice mage.
Okay, so D4 plus a 2D6 because sneak attack, plus
Yeah, insta kill. There's no way he can survive.
5 plus 7.
You chuck your stone in the back of the mage's head, and he's like, so then you say, ooh, and his head like freaking crushes in on itself as he collapses in front of the guards, or the other
I
people who
rock.
all spin around. So now you have like a solid 9 apprentice mages looking at you, and another 10 guards, and 60 slaves behind them, who all seem terrified at the prospect that the guards would turn around. They just saw a slave massacre happen next door, more than likely. Yeah.
Okay, so
Skins
25
are dead.
damage to that guy.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw another one.
You have 2 attacks.
Wait, how far is Tarmal?
Tarmal at this point is about 20 foot away.
Can I hex him?
Sure. As a bonus action?
Yeah.
You can't bring out your sword.
I wanna.
then. They're both bonus actions.
I have to have my sword out.
You can do that next turn if we survive.
What,
Okay,
hex him or
so-
pull out my sword?
X, because you already pulled out your sword, didn't you?
Yeah, I did say that first.
See, this is a
You-
surprise
wait, no,
round,
he-
my dude.
Yay! Okay, so Skins is like gonna like. There's no other cover besides this like little cubby, is it?
Nope. You have no cover from these guys you're throwing at.
Oh, nice.
Because that's just
Is there any place I could get to?
unless you walk out and then Tarmal looks directly at you, no. You're at the entranceway to okay, did you see you can't see it, never mind, I understand.
Yeah.
You're pretty
Okay.
much at an entranceway where one side you have the 8 apprentice or 9 apprentice wizards, I mean, and like the 10 other guards, and behind you where William is standing and firing is Tarmal and 10 other guards.
Oh wait, hold on. I just remembered I'm an assassin rogue too, so therefore that would have been a crit for that mage.
Doesn't matter, he died.
Bro, stop
Okay.
Do your
worrying about
second
the...
attack. Do your
Dude, you
second
I
attack.
killed
know.
him.
I know. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that with the proper time this time. I don't have advantage anymore.
Nope.
Actually,
Man,
they haven't
that'd
went
be
in
really
combat
nice.
yet, so therefore.
Technically you do, because you're assassin rogue, yes.
Trent, did you plan for this to happen?
26.
I mean, I didn't plan for you to escape that cell, to be honest. 26. You throw another stone, and are you throwing at another mage, I'm assuming?
Another mage, yeah.
Yeah. He spins around, the rest of them spin around, and the first guy who plays his eyes on you, you throw another stone directly in his face. Roll damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. He takes the stone in the face, but he manages to place just enough of a minor ward on himself that the stone doesn't quite crush his skull. Severely injures him, though. Now we
And
roll
then,
initiative.
yeah, I was going to use a bonus action
Yeah,
for
what are you
something.
doing with your bonus
since it's
action? You ain't got much more
I'm going
do.
to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay. Wait, how?
Let me.
Material?
It's a verbal.
Is it just verbal?
Just verbal.
Okay, then, yeah.
Sorry, chasing me,
Roll
dude.
initiative.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect you guys to actually escape the cell because I didn't think any of you would find a verbal only spell that could escape you. I didn't even know you had Dimension Door. But I
think
know
that-
for
I
a
think
fact
that
that
would-
now you're never going to escape. You are actively fighting the guards.
All right. Well, I go dead last.
Dimension door whenever I had a chance.
What'd you do with that? What'd you do Zephyr Strike for if you're not going to use it?
Exactly. All right. Damien got 16. I got a 6.
Okay. You
Dude.
didn't. Okay. The guards, and then Tarmal. Okay, Tarmal has a 19, so he goes first. Who got 16? William.
Me.
William goes next. Guards, and then Skins. Yes, again. I just named him Sin. Tarmal
Sin.
charges forward and is going to try and cut William in half with two quick cuts. Both hit with a solid over 20 for one and a 19 for another.
Yeah.
And then he uses a bonus action to swing a third time
No.
with another over 20. He's a solid fighter, and you don't have any equipment. Actually, I can't do it. Let me just roll it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Roll. 66. Nah, it didn't work. I'm just going to roll in person. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 22, 22, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That is 37 damage. As you see him swing in twice, you also notice that he's not wielding his average sword. He's wielding Biel's sword.
Oh, you
So
gotta
he
be
just
That's
wants to be a
actually
copycat.
that's actually going to be 39 damage, not 36.
Oh, you gotta be. We're fighting BL pretty much.
Better, but yes.
Okay, Damien. Here's where you do it. Here's where you do the thing.
What? Go away?
Yeah.
Immediately?
What do you expect us to do? The slaves aren't gonna fight.
And that's the
Fair.
end of Tarmal's turn as he glowers at you, just kind of both staring you down and has a weird crooked grin as he knows this time he has the upper hand. Last time he didn't. This time he does. That's
Okay.
the end of his turn. William, what you doing?
Okay, Trent. If I do cast Dimension Door, how far can we get to leave?
You can get to about the base of the wall, like the base of the main wall. But you also know there are several guards, like many guards, and the best of his guards on that wall. So yeah,
So there's pretty much no escape.
I mean, you could jump off the wall and hope to survive.
Shoot. I don't have my cards, do I?
No,
No.
Oh.
come on, make a decision, man.
So we can get on top of the wall and just jump off.
You could. Well, you're at the base of the wall when you teleport. You would have to somehow climb up the wall, which is obviously dangerous, as it is like a 30-foot wall. So if you fall off it, you're going to take some damage, and then jump off the other side after dealing with the guards that immediately assail you on the wall. I'm gonna give you like 30 more seconds to make a decision.
Okay, I'm pretty much hoping Skins can make it out of here alive. William doesn't care about his life anymore. I just flip off whatever his name and I go copycat, and then I touch Skins and we're up to the wall.
Okay, copycat. Cast another dimension door. You appear at the end of the wall, like at the wall base, and you realize, well, yes, the wall's base is as far as you can go. Tarmal isn't that far away, and he knows where you are. There's a clear line of sight. He's coming for you. You want to try and climb this 30-foot wall? You'll be about halfway up at the end of your turn, because you've already cast an action, so it's about half speed.
William,
William,
boost me up.
How?
I don't know. Just do something.
Can I pick him up and throw him up?
That would be an action, my man. You ain't got one of those.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Can I? Is that
And
would
you
it be
don't
an
have a
action
bonus
to?
Actually, that's like the end of your turn. You have no bonus action because you now summoned your sword. You don't have an action. You only have movement. The only thing you can do is try
I
and
didn't
climb
hex
that
him
wall.
last time.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't hex
hex.
him
Never
last
mind.
time.
Never mind. You have a
So I have my
bonus
bonus
action.
action.
You can't cast a spell with it,
No, I can't.
so it's
I
useless.
can't cast. I can screw you over, Skins, and cast Misty Step out of here.
No, it's a spell.
I can do next turn.
No, you're out of spells.
I didn't cast my last. Oh, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yep.
You're out of
Sorry.
spells. You have no way out of here now. You have to climb that wall.
I will climb 15 feet up at
Make
disadvantage.
an athletics check.
Skins, I'm pretty much hoping for you to live. I know I'm a dead man here.
Can I whistle for bat?
On your turn, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, well, is it a dex check?
Athletics.
Athletics. Oh, I have a +8 to that.
I don't know why, but yeah.
No, Damien, you don't have a +8 to that anymore.
You're right. My strength's back down to an
Well,
11.
you got a natural 1 anyway.
Heh. You
Yeah,
climb
no matter
up
what.
15 foot of the wall, and as you reach the final step, you slide immediately back down as one of the guards fires a crossbow bolt, and the best way to dodge it ends up throwing you and losing your grip. You're not a professional climber, and owie, this fall hurts. 6 damage.
Skins, get out of here.
Now it's
We
Skin's
need at least
turn.
one member of
Actually, no.
a team alive.
It's the guard's turn. They begin to run at you. They can't do anything other than that. Actually, they can. I lied. The guards on the wall look down and freaking shoot crossbow bolts into William.
Me.
They miss. Don't even worry about it. So, Skins, your turn.
I'm gonna summon Bat.
You start to whistle for a bat, and you, with your keen eye, immediately notice one of the trees rustle nearby. Bat was waiting on you, as he expected you to be out sometime, and now you are, and he knew it would be a dangerous scenario, and he immediately begins to launch out of the tree towards you. You also
Okay.
notice that since there's no way to hide, several of the guards also notice his approach. Though they spent their turn missing with crossbow bows. Back to Tarmal. He runs. Slower than the
Wait,
other
hold on,
guards.
that's my action.
Wait, that was his action?
No, sorry. Yeah, that's your bonus action, I'll say. What are you doing with your
Okay.
action? I
Can
entirely
I bonus
forgot we
action
had-
dash to try to get up this wall, or is that not how that works?
You can action dash because you used your bonus action to whistle for him.
Okay, I'll do that then.
So you action dash. That's 60 foot. That's 30 foot of climb. Make an athletics check. If you fall,
With disadvantage.
no, just regular roll.
Okay.
This one is
17!
quite rougher. 17. You manage to make it to the top of the wall, and you begin to pull yourself up when you notice that there's a guard staring down at you. To pull yourself up, you're going to have to make another athletics check to push him off. Like, push him back. If you don't manage that, you're just stuck here hanging off the side of the wall, 30 foot up.
Okay.
So make an athletics check.
30-20.
Dirty 20. You manage to shove him off to the point where he nearly stumbles off the wall, but manages to catch his balance, and you push your way onto the wall. Several guards surround you, probably about 6, and they look to be pretty tough guards, but hopefully you're slippery enough to get away. After Skins, Tarmal runs. William, what you doing? You are now at the bottom of the wall. You're not prone, but you're just standing there. Tarmal and guards running at you. Guards firing crossbow bolts. Skins up on the wall.
Okay. I don't have any spells. My cantrips can work for it. I have to use all my movement to get up there with disadvantage, right?
You'd have to use your movement and an action to run up there, and you wouldn't have disadvantage.
I won't have disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know why you think you have disadvantage.
I had a disadvantage last time, though.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
did.
then it wasn't a natural 1.
Oh, well, too bad, too late.
No, that is
Yeah,
not
I heard
fair.
disadvantage. Did anyone else hear disadvantage?
That is just so not fair.
I said disadvantage on the other walls you were trying to climb up before. Go ahead. Okay, roll another check, and we can revert the damage if you manage to succeed.
Well, it would have been a 15 anyways.
That's still not enough. You need a 16 to pass.
Okay. Okay. That's still.
It doesn't matter. But now you're at the base of the wall. You can use your action and your movement to dash to try and get up there.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, wait. By the way, if William and Skins does manage to escape, what does that mean for the other 3?
I mean, they're gonna try and go to Byshore, I guess. But also, William, I don't think is gonna escape with how severely damaged he is. He has like 20
That's
HP.
true.
12.
left.
Nope. 12.
Yeah.
12. He is severely damaged. Any of these guards can hit him, and he runs into, well, make an athletic check first, but he also runs into the predicament that you're running into, which is a guard is standing there and looking down at him, and he has to push him out the way or be hanging 30 foot above the floor. So make 2 athletics.
Make another
check,
athletics?
actually. Yeah, 2 athletics.
Make 2 other ones?
No, just 1 to get up the wall, 1 to try and push the guard out the way to stand on the wall.
13.
For which one?
Oh, I'll roll a 12 with the first one anyways.
Oh, then doesn't matter. You climb 30 foot up
Yeah.
the wall, and once again have to dodge a crossbow quarrel. These guys seem to love those, and you're definitely not a professional climber. And you fall again, taking 3d6 fall damage.
How far is Bat from me?
He's only probably about 80 foot. So he's
Okay,
going
so
to get
he'll
here next
just he-
round.
Oh
7,
yeah, definitely.
7, 8, 9. You take 9 more damage. You have 3 HP, my man. As you fall.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you said you had 12.
No. That was my 12 for my check to get
Oh.
up there.
I don't know how much HP you have then. Whatever.
I have 25.
Yeah, but you take another 9 as you fall. And this time make a strength save because now you're getting to a height where you're likely to go prone if you fall. So make a strength saving throw or go prone.
Make a strength saving throw.
I mean, hey, even if we don't succeed this,
2!
Yeah, no, you fall prone. That's all your turn,
even if we
William.
don't succeed this anyway, Trent's still surprised what we did.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys got out. The guards.
You know what? You know what?
3 of them stab
I don't have
skills.
I don't have my bonus action, right?
What?
Do I have my bonus action still or no?
Yeah.
How far is Tarmal?
He's like 440, I think. 440 feet.
Which one's where's the closest guard? Then?
Closest guard's on the wall above you.
That
He's
can,
like
that
35 foot.
are going towards me.
Then they're like, I think it's 420. Yeah, 420 foot.
Oh, they're all far.
Yeah, you teleported 500 foot.
Oh, that's fair. Shoot, I was gonna hex and have my last stand. I'll just sit there then.
Okay.
Wait,
the
Damon,
guards
just
are
try
gonna
and
stab
break
skins.
through the main gate.
Wait, there's a gate?
The one you walked
Think
into,
so.
but not here. You have to walk across, like run across the
Oh,
compound.
never mind.
Yeah, they wouldn't put the slave training area right next
Wait.
to the gate, my man. But
My
with
AC
a
is 15,
16.
Trent.
Yeah, 16. Does that hit you? So it hits you, yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
have 15.
retarded. You just said it. Only one of the 3 swipes hit you, but it does 9 damage. That's all they managed to do, those guards. But you also hear a huge caulking sound that reverberates kind of over the entire place. And you hear a swivel of a large piece of equipment that you just see the glimpse of as a shiny bolt, large bolt, shoots at Bat.
That's a no.
They're shooting a ballista at Bat. That's really cocked. I'm not gonna roll it in person. I'm gonna make it fair. I'm not gonna roll it in person. I'm gonna roll.
Wouldn't Bat-
so you guys can see.
Wouldn't Bat have the action to dodge?
He's
because
trying to run
wouldn't
to
he-
you. He doesn't know of this threat. You called him, so he's trying to get you out of danger because you're in extreme danger right now. He used his action to dash when it was his turn. So he is going to. He's
Wait,
on you right
Trent!
now.
Trent,
What?
I have the severe strike gives me an extra 30 feet of movement,
Okay.
and it's not happened a minute yet.
Okay. So.
So couldn't I have moved through them? Because they don't. It doesn't.
Technically,
It doesn't.
you can just jump off the wall onto Bat's back.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay. This bolt still flies at him. So
Okay, well, for what?
I'm gonna roll it in person. I'm gonna roll just a guard's weapon attack roll. That's what it would be. And with a regular attack, he only gets a 5. The bolt sails above Bat, almost clipping you, and you kind of use it almost like you would use a pole stuck in the wall to swing onto Bat a little bit, and you manage to land on Bat's back. The guards can't do anything to you at this point. You can easily sail into the forest if you want. However, after that, William is going to get shot several more times with the crossbow bolts.
I just yell out to Skins until we meet again.
Yeah, I
Skins.
got a 20 and an 18. Did those hit you? Yes?
Yeah, those hit.
I don't know. William ain't saying nothing right now.
Okay, I couldn't
Those
hear you. What'd you
definitely
say?
There's a 20 and an 18 hit. I'm assuming so.
Yes.
They do another 15 damage as 3 crossbow bolts from heavy crossbows fire down on the walls, sticking you into the ground. Are you unconscious yet?
Nope.
Do you want to try and do anything else before they finish you off with more crossbow bolts?
You have Eldritch Blast, Damien. You could do something with that.
I got skins out. That's all I wanted to do. How far is the gate?
You would have to run past Tarmal to pretty much the opposite side of this compound. It would probably
like-
take you 2
How f-
minutes of full sprinting just to get there.
How far is Tarmal from Damien?
Tarmal is
Like 400 feet.
300. Well, at this, he went after skins. So it would be 340. 340.
Okay. Actually, Trent, before Skins does leave, I know my turn has already passed, but I still haven't attacked yet. Can I do that
With
as
what?
as a final farewell with my rocks?
Sure, make an attack against some guards, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to help William as much as I can.
I mean, I'm just going to say, these guards are veterans.
Actually-
They're not going to die to them. So you
Actually,
throw
I have
these in
advantage
the,
too.
Yeah,
I
but
have
you
advantage
throw
too
these in the
because-
back of the skull of these guards as they turn back to regard William. They're not going to die. There's no way you're going to kill them with their heavy
Obviously.
armor and veterans. But you give them
Yeah.
a good bruising. They're probably going to... You might have broke a bone or something in there. As you hear a solid crunch, you can't tell if it's from metal or bone, though. As you throw the remaining stones as quick as you can as Bat carries you
Oh,
off
wait.
into the distance.
Yeah, hold on. I want to do the damage though.
You just want to
Probably
do
try and kill
damage.
one. Yeah. Okay. So 17 damage to one guard,
Okay,
and Bat will help me because he can do that.
yeah.
So I get advantage on the other one.
They have 58 health, so...
Yeah, I can't kill him.
You, like I said, you gave him a bruising. He's going to heal for the days to come.
Yeah.
And William, I guess you get finished off. As you don't really have anything else to do.
I will. Knowing the crunch with some skins from that guard, I will have my sword out. A single tear comes down, and it fades to black as he has a final stand against the entire set of guards.
Yeah, 13 extra damage to that one tiny guard.
You turn back to face Tarmal and his charge, ready for your final stand. As several more crossbow bolts sail into your back, they won't even give you that. As you fall into unconsciousness one more time. And not too long later, the rest of you hear another ching as William is tossed back in, just barely conscious as he's been obviously healed up by something, but only kept at 1 HP. As he's like looking around at your party, and you just see several more people just toss him in. You're all back in the cell except for Skins, who manages to sail
I got
away
Skins.
into this
I wanted
the
to
forest.
I don't know if I should leave or just stay.
I mean, why come
I
back
got you
now?
out, buddy. What do you want to do? You can come
I mean,
back.
I'm not gonna come back. I'm saying like stay to just like listen to what you guys do. But then again, you're recording this, right, Trent?
Yeah, I'm recording it. You can technically go back and watch it anytime.
Okay. Sorry, sorry. I didn't expect to actually escape.
I need it.
You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy.
So sorry, Ethan, for kind of like just leaving when you first joined.
That's cool.
You're welcome, buddy.
I'll come back soon. I just need a small break. I'll watch the next episode when it's coming out, Friday.
Should be next Friday. Well, no,
Okay.
this
I'll
episode
watch-
ain't coming out for 3 weeks from now.
Oh, then I'll probably just stay in, be quiet.
Okay. Do you guys just wait out your time in the cell? As at this point now, you like Willow is still unconscious. It's only been like 3 hours since you're in here, and they just at this point come in and just stuff rags in both William and Willow's mouth and look at BL. And they start to, but then they just whatever, and then leave. Leaving the rest of those two gagged now as well. And you're all back in your normal environment where Godric is the only one who can move.
I can't summon my sword, can I?
What do you mean? Yeah, you can.
Can I?
Does it take a vocal thing?
Can I try to like? Can I try to get the gag out of my mouth?
You summon a sword and like make it a rapier before trying to like poke it out of your mouth. It's in your mouth. It would be you would have to like somehow cut it with a weird swipe, and you're more likely to knock yourself back unconscious with it than you are to cut the thing, the little strap.
I got Gato and go, and I just kind of point the sword towards my mouth, like.
Are you just gonna leave him?
You're
Yeah.
gonna leave him squealing.
At this
No, I'll
point,
help him out. I'll try to help him get it out of his mouth.
okay, you walk over and start to try and undo, but your hands are also still clubbed more or less. So you try and like pull it out and realize that he has on the back of his neck a system, like a somewhat intricate lock, kind of like a belt buckle, but slightly more holes. You or not holes, but like little knots you would have to get around. And you realize without your fingers, there's no way you're undoing that lock. It would be super easy if you had your hands, but you don't.
Okay, well, the thing is that I have Dimension Door 2.
Do you just want to do the same thing he did?
You gonna do the same
No.
thing?
No, I'm not gonna do this. Actually, yeah, I am, but I'm just gonna do it inside the cell. Like, I just want to get out of my bindings.
Okay.
Are you gonna take me with you? Because you can touch
technically
me with
break
your.
you and someone else out of their binding.
Yeah, you can get one of us else out of our stuff.
Um, what class are you?
William's a
Me?
warlock.
But you think me is a weird spellcaster.
Yeah, you're like he's a weird sorcerer kind of guy. As your
I'm like
kinda
I'm a
instinct.
crazy little sorcerer that likes swords.
Okay,
That's all
I'm
you
gonna
know.
take BL with me. Is that what his name is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you with me, and me and you are just gonna be inside the cell still, so we can like help Damien.
Okay.
So now you two are free in your cell.
Heck yeah, homie.
All right, now I want to try to get that stuff out of Damien's mouth.
Okay, easy enough. He turns his head and you just pull it out and unlock it out of his mouth.
All
Well,
right.
I got one of us out. Skins is free. Uh, that's
I'm not sure what we can do at the
not
moment.
much. We can't leave. We tried. I used all my spells I could, and whenever we got there, there was 10, 20, 30 guards and Tarmo with BL sword over there. So we can't get out. And the wall is up 30 feet, and you have to climb and jump over that without dying, with guards with arrows shooting at you. We're not leaving. Skins barely made it out.
Well, then I say we wait and see what Rias has to say. For he hasn't killed us yet, so
He wants us alive. He likes to torture us.
I can see
It's
that.
like a game to him.
And as you're
Everything's a
having this
game to him.
conversation, you hear a chuckle from the corner of the room. You look over and see Rias just standing in the room with you.
Ah,
I don't torture. I never do.
You torture our
speak the devil's
minds.
name and he shall appear.
You torture our minds, Rias.
Well, only if you're obsessed with me.
Hmm.
Why
Kind of
did
like a
you come
toxic
back?
relationship. What do you mean?
Like, why? What was the purpose? And you attacking my compound? Even, I would hope Halas was smart enough to warn you not to. Why wouldn't you have just waited for me to leave, where I was more vulnerable? Why come to my home turf and think you're going to be victorious?
You're talking to the dumbest group of people you've ever met. What do you think our answer would be? We thought we could win. Like every other 4 times we've tried fighting you. We fail and fail. And you get stronger. And we get dumber because we don't know your plans. But you're always one step ahead, Rias.
I don't even try to be. That's the problem. Anyway, and he
Yes,
reaches in his
because
back pocket, like in his coat, and reaches something out and pulls out what looks to be a chunk of red meat. And you're right about me getting stronger.
I know I can.
And you see this meat pulsing in his hands as if it's still alive, almost like a heartbeat. So,
What the hell
why
is
did you
that?
betray Halas? And this, have you ever heard of anything called the Hand?
Can I make a history check?
Make a history check.
All make history checks there.
Sure, fair. I mean, mine's well.
Oh, +6 to that.
If I make a history check, it's not gonna go well.
7. That's a
What's that?
natural one.
Woohoo!
I have a hand. Is it this one?
What were your checks? Do you know yet?
I got a 9.
Ooh, what about you, BL?
I didn't think I was gonna have to roll. So okay.
I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to make one.
Can
It's
Nimi make one?
wisdom, right?
History's, I think, wisdom. Maybe it's intelligence.
Hey, Trent, can I let
Uh,
Nimi make one?
Nimi's unconscious in the corner. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, history is intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's intelligence, then let me roll that
Uh,
differently.
yeah, if it's intelligence, I got a 12.
I got a 16.
Okay, 16. You're the only one that has, with a 16, an idea of what this is. You know this is a monster that was recently, not recently, about 20 so years ago, was banished in Rexingtrum. The Church of Rexingtrum, they fought a group of heroes alongside with some priest and Crownsguard, as alongside the Righteous Brandy, actually, even, fought and banished this creature that was thought to be immortal, and he is now referencing it. And it was called the Hand, the Laughing Hand.
Oh my God,
And
Trent.
he's holding it in his hand, and he goes, "If you ever heard of that name, this right here is a small piece of its heart. Not the full thing. This would not ever restore the creature. But the creature had miraculous properties, both in its inability to die, because this heart was hidden away, as well as its inability to, or its ability, I should say, to rapidly regenerate. I don't know if this heart could ever restore the hand, but I knew that Halas had been experimenting with it. I knew that he wanted to live forever, as any crazy man would. Sorry, Mom interrupted me. As any somewhat insane man would want to live forever. And that's why I had to lure him away, by the way, in one of his many experiments. I think I know the key to finishing his work. And now I have the final piece to actually begin, I mean. So, once again, why did you betray Halas? That was an odd thing to do, BL. Oh, actually, all of you.
You had Faye. I couldn't just do nothing.
That is true, but you didn't even warn the man. That's my thing. He didn't even know. He doesn't even know. Still, when he goes in there and or sends you in there for this chunk of meat, whenever you perhaps escape, like Skins did a moment ago, he is going to be pissed that he doesn't have this anymore. Just saying, you might
Looking for
have the wrath of a archmage or so on your tail.
Are you not killing us? I thought this was like, don't you want us dead?
I mean, not really. I had no particular quarrel with you. I already did my revenge thing, where I had like the tournament with all those elementals. I
That
guess
was your
this
revenge.
is like revenge too. I guess because you, I got revenge with it because you destroyed my menagerie outpost, and now I have to stop you from attacking this place again. That's why you have none of your gear. You're not going to get any of it back. Um, but no, I'm not going to murder you. You're far too interesting for that. I am still intrigued, though less so, because you are terribly incompetent. Um, However, no, I'm not going to kill you. I allowed Skins to escape. I was standing here, like, the entire time, just so you know. I stood here for,
You know what?
like, 2 hours waiting for you to wake up. Well, an hour for you to wake up. I was literally here when he walked out. I could have stopped you. Or
Why'd you
tried to.
let the most mentally sane and powerful one of our entire group leave?
Because by himself, I don't think he has the willpower to try and come back after me. As well as, he is by far the most interesting one. And I can follow his exploits while I send you guys to a place where your exploits are going to be very boring. By the way, do you know what Blackshore is?
Have you heard of that, Trent?
You know of the land. You also know it's extremely dangerous and that most that go in don't die or don't survive.
So you are trying to kill us. You're gonna send us there to die.
Well, I know Skins. He is, like you said, by far the most powerful and competent in some ways. I
That's why
was
he was the
planning to
leader.
kind of send him to Blackshore if you guys were stupid enough not to escape. But since you did escape, and that was interesting, now it's your time to prove yourselves. You got caught, after all. And so if
Hmm.
you die in Blightshire, like I said, I have another guy. I can follow their exploits, which is Skins. If you don't die in Blightshire, then I know you're all interesting. And you, slave, where did you learn to cast that spell? Like any of them? I only taught you minor incantations.
Spells. I know no spells.
Now that's just a blatant lie. Like I said, I taught you minor incantations. I taught everybody. Well, I taught the ones I was going to sell as wizards minor incantations. So that's just a lie.
Urias, you say we're dumb. Just look at him. He probably knows a lot of stuff.
Who?
Godwin over here.
I mean, he is intriguing. Like most people would be
Yeah,
dead with that facial structure.
yeah. So he probably knows a lot of stuff. Where'd you learn how to get your magic? Hmm?
Well, I used my father's money to hire a tutor and went from there. Where'd you learn
Thank
to
you for
use
telling me.
yours? I don't even know what you are yet. You don't cast in any conventional way.
I'm a wild, I'm a wild, magic user.
I know that. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you cast in a conventional way. Sorcerers don't even cast like you. It's intriguing.
It's because I'm not just a sorcerer. I like getting myself in a little bit of melee too. I like doing random stuff. I'm all kind of scattered. Just like my brain up here.
He like rubs his head and just goes, "Well, either way, um, here's your food." And he
What,
just
eating that?
opens his bag and pulls out a few plates of food that just looks disgusting. It looks like pure mush, like they shit on a plate and then add some corn in there, and that's what he's basically putting on plates right now. He lays on the floor. That's what you're gonna eat until you leave
When are we leaving?
tomorrow.
Can I have a watch?
No,
I want to know how long I have to left to live.
well you have to travel there, so a good portion of time. I'll say that.
That's good.
And he pushes these plates forward, and then he pulls out a notepad and just gets a pencil and marks out a few lines of something, and your chains automatically open up, and you guys almost stagger forward and fall, those that are chained. William and Nim collapses to the floor in a somewhat controlled way, as she is an elf and doesn't really sleep. But yeah,
Wait, so he unlocked our chains? We're not chained up anymore?
nope.
Well, I wasted a fourth level spell slot.
It's not like you're not gonna get a rest.
Well, we do get a rest. We can probably sleep for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
All right, Trent. I'm gonna cast Conjure Shadow Demon in the cell with us.
you don't
That's
have any
dope.
materials, my dude.
Okay,
No materials.
Just look for
no
Okay.
casting.
Just look
Hey,
for
Trent.
once for medic.
Trent.
here.
Okay.
I-
Can I
I'm
can I
I'm
go?
going to kill William. I'm gonna kill William, get a vial of his blood, and then cast Conjure Shadow Demon.
Okay, so you start to stab and gruesomely chop up William. But what would you say, William?
I was gonna say, can I go up right next to Rias through the chain, through the, you know?
He's in the room with you. There is no bar
Oh.
separating him from you, and he just kind of looks at you and pushes forward the food a little bit with his shoe.
I raise out my hand. I'm like, can we just, after you set us free, I promise I'll never come back here again.
You're saying you're not gonna come back here again?
I won't come back here again. If I ever see you around some towns, I might come across you, but I won't come here again.
Fair enough. And he looks at your hand for a moment, but he's shaking his
No,
head.
the electric doesn't shock. It gives you a little tingle, and the tentacles might do something, but I don't know. They kind of have mind of their own.
Yeah. Well, to that I'm not a fool. And he walks through the bars by casting Dimension Door. Ignoring your hand.
What about my other? What about my other hand? I pull out my left. I pull out my left hand.
As you
This one don't
wave
got
your
any-
left arm through the bars, he kind of moves his shoulder as to not touch you and begins to walk back up the staircase as the fog settles deep into the place yet again.
The promise is broken.
You just hear him laugh as he opens the door and exits. You guys
I
going to
hate
do anything
myself.
else, or are you just going to wait for the next day to come, using it to long rest?
Guys, well, I hate myself.
I
I
think
go sit in a corner and cradle.
I think BL is just gonna try to meditate and use his brain power to figure out what I don't know. He just needs to meditate.
You begin to meditate aggressively.
Can I annoy him by just pulling out my maul and just keep
And-
hitting the bar?
Can I
get
spawn?
out.
Can I spawn some herb?
What do you mean, spawn some herb?
Bro, he ain't gonna be able to meditate good if he don't got herb.
They don't offer herbs in this establishment, sorry.
Can I start banging on the prison cell wall with my maul while he meditates?
You're aggressively swinging every few seconds, just
Yeah.
boom,
Boom.
boom, just continuously.
Boom. Yeah.
It almost sets a rhythm to your breathing, how often he does it. But he keeps scattering it just to make it annoying. Anything in particular you're going to do during your stay, Godwick?
Try to get my spell slots back.
Okay, so you're resting.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
rest. That was yeah.
The party, each taking their time, doing what they consider non-difficult activities, spend the next day, or spend overnight until the next day resting, till when Rias re-enters the area with Tarmal by his side and looks in the bars. Ready to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still banging on the wall.
You're gonna have to put that sword away before I take you.
It evaporates.
Good. Tormal, go in there and chain him up again.
Rias, I feel like one day I think we'll get so mad at each other we'll have so much sexual tension that we'll just hate fuck.
He just shakes his head, and Tormal just goes, "Hands on the wall. Back wall.
Oh!
Hands on the back wall." Do all of you
I
comply?
put my hands up and I throw my back out.
Okay. Do the rest of you comply?
Yeah.
I comply a little bit too much. I'm putting on a show. Little dandy.
Yeah. I make it look sexual.
You guys put your hands on the wall as Tormal enters, and he clicks manacles on your arms, putting the hands behind your back this time, so you can't do any weird things with your clubbed hands, and chaining up your
How I can
legs.
BL sword.
Pretty nice. It's an upgrade from what I had. It's magical, at least.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you know what all it does? I can tell you.
Yeah, I know it does something like this, and he like pokes it at the wall, and you see a gout of necrotic energy like scatter and darken all of the stones. That's pretty nice.
It can also become a dildo. I know you need one, so become one of those.
He doesn't even respond. There's no way he could respond to that. And he just finishes manacling you guys and puts you on like a chain gang style thing. Alright, follow me. Walk directly in front. Well, no. Walk directly behind me, and Rias will be behind you. Okay? Do not look behind. Do not look into any of the other cages.
I look at every single cage.
Every time you peek into one of the cages, Rias like cast a firebolt right past your face. So it nearly singes your eyebrows every time you look to the right or left, but you do it anyway out of spite.
And then whenever we get past the cells, I'll just completely turn around at Rias.
And you, yeah, you like turn around and walk backwards while Rias is just looking at you. They don't seem worried that you're going to try and break out anymore. And they collect more guards as they go. And by the time you guys enter the actual structure of the keep, there's a solid 35 guards. You then walk into the keep, walk through a maze, and you don't even know where you're going. You pretty much lose track of the directions with how many corners and bins they take you around. A lot of them you likely assume are unnecessary. And eventually find yourself in a somewhat large dome-like room made of pure black stone, and you almost feel your magic power, like the innate magic powers in you, become more vibrant and almost like they're being repeated back to you while you're in this room. All right, stand right there, but do not touch the circle in the middle of the room. If you do, it ain't on me what happens.
I feel tingly.
Okay. Rias, he walks back outside the room where Rias like walks up where you guys are like almost forming a half circle around what looks to be arcane runes that begin to glow slightly in the middle of the room and like almost like undulate, like they're coming off the stone a little bit. He looks to Biel. One last thing before I make you step on that circle there. I lied about being a travel time. There is no travel time. That was your travel time. And BL. One final question is I do respect you. You did help me, and you never betrayed me, and we could very well be friends if you weren't in the line of work you were with the people you were. Where do you want me to send Faye?
Skins just kind of looks up.
Skins?
Skins
No,
does?
I don't know why I said skins.
Wow, Skins is back.
Skins.
Bill escaped. Skins transformed
Yeah,
into
we just
Bill
we
and
just
Bill.
we literally just swapped mustaches. That's what happened. So he just kind of looks up, and then he just goes like send Faye as in just I can pick anywhere I want Faye to go.
Yeah, he's like, where do you want me to send Faye?
Ayor. Send her to the middle of Ayor.
Uh, okay, I have three things I'm thinking about. The parents, the place in Aor, so they could train her up a little bit more. Or I could send her to I could send her to the captain of the Harlequins if I wanted to. I'm gonna do that. So Vio just kind of looks at him. He goes, "Do you remember that old captain I told you to find?" Well, I asked.
Actually, I did find him. He's in
You did?
Rosana. Rosana, yes.
G- Send Faye there. Have him know what's happening. That is all I ask.
I want to make sure you're clear on where you're sending her. Just to make sure it's not on me. You would be sending her into the heart of the Queen Dynasty. No one saw her come in. No one knows her. To talk to a man both has a reputation as well as doesn't know her. Do you realize how dangerous that is for a human? Like,
It is. It is Faye. She kind of just like does stuff. She'll end up doing something even dumber than that. But good point. Send her back to our parents' house in Rexington,
I don't know where your
and
parents live. I just send her to Rexington. She'll find her way, I assume.
yeah,
Fair enough. Well then. See you later. And he leans back and kicks BL into the middle of the circle. And you pull the rest in as the chain gang slinks down into the circle. And you quickly notice an entire change in both hue of color, feel of texture, and just the temperature. And you land face first on a similar, but now powerless, magic circle and look up and all around, immediately sensing danger. And you look around and see that you are in a ruined castle of sorts, very similar to the keep that he has now, Rias does, but you notice that the castle itself is a very strange hue of red. Every stone of the ruined castle is red. The dirt around you is red. The stone beneath your feet is bright red, the same color. You look at your hands and your legs as you look down. You are red. All of you. And you look around at your friends. Their entire skin tone, their hair, their eyes, every part of them is an extremely bright red. You look even in the air. And the air around you is a thin layer of hazy red. You're somewhere far, far away with something strange happening, and you're in the center of a broken down, ruined castle. All around you, the stones are crumbled, and there's pieces of destroyed furniture, collapsed in roof, and you look up. You're inside the center of the keep. And the only reason you can see the outside and the sky even is red is because the ceiling to where you are, you're standing next to the throne right now. The ceiling is entirely crashed in and the stone landed all over the actual throne. You even see the broken, crumpled corpse of a pure skeleton at this point, probably the king of this castle, as the stone roof fell in. You see the door and the walls have holes in them. You could probably crawl through any given area of this place. But you know you're likely in a dangerous place with obviously a dangerous structure around you that could collapse at any moment. And the door in front of you is cracked and opened with another strange reddish light shining through. and you see that it leads to likely more of the castle. What are you guys doing as you all land together?
I'm
I was
gonna
blue and now I'm red.
I'm gonna look kind of look, turn around and make sure everyone's like not dead.
They're all fine.
If I touch my face, do I get like red paint on it? Oh, I won't know.
Your hands are red.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
known.
even if you had the deepest red of blood all over your hands, you would have no clue. Because it would be bright red.
Well, so is there anywhere we can go? I forgot if you told me.
The
If you told
only
us.
way that seems to be safe is the main entranceway to this hall you're standing in. And you see what looks to be like some light shining through, though you can't really tell if that's from another broken section of the castle or a torch or what. It's just that leads deeper into the castle toward the exit. And you're at like the center of what would be a keep. Though everything around you is like shattered and broken. And a bright red hue.
Well, guys, do we go there?
I guess we'll just go down the safest way.
Yeah.
Willow is offering no complaints. They're
You
just
mean
gonna
Nimi?
follow you guys. Yeah, Nimi is offering no complaints.
While we're walking where we're walking, I'm gonna look at Godwin and just go. Just kind of like looks at me and goes, "Who fucked you up that bad?"
I did this to myself.
Why?
Any reason why?
I traded I traded flesh for knowledge and power.
I kind of know how that feels.
You could have just read a book. Those exist. You know, didn't have to.
It is not as simple as that.
Well, I don't care how powerful I'd get. I'd never want to look like you. You look like a
Jesus, BL, God.
skinned testicle.
Bro, you are
We're gonna be
I don't
working with
vulgar.
even
this guy to
remember.
live, dude. What are you talking about? Be nice to the guy.
Bill just kind of like puts his head back down.
God, I
No,
know how you feel.
wait,
A
wait,
traded
no, no,
part
no.
of me too.
He looks at Willie and he just goes, "You are like the single-handedly most terrible person in our group. Like Skins may have like killed a couple people that probably didn't need killing. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You would probably summon Greater Demon in an orphanage.
Oh, I have. No, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I don't think you can give me, you know, instructions on how to be nice.
I'm saying to be nice right now so we don't have another enemy, because there's definitely something bad here. I don't want to fight this guy because he can cast spells, meaning he's a spellcaster. And I don't want to fight him while fighting whatever's in here. So, just saying, try to be nice for just a little
I
bit.
look at Godwin. I go, you know that weird, funky smell stuff where you can like have mirror images of yourself to where there's four of them.
Yeah?
Can you train that to Skins? There's a certain joke we need to stand behind.
I will not use my magic for a joke.
Why you wouldn't want to see four Skins?
I stab him. I stab BL.
Chase
Can
out
I
of
make it?
character.
Can I make an attack? Can I make an attack?
No.
Ah,
Chase,
Yeah.
out of character. Kill yourself.
yeah.
So you
Gonna
guys
have-
begin walking and find
Yeah.
yourselves in A thin hallway with 2 side rooms. Each obviously has some interior damage, or structural damage, I should say. Though the one on the left seems to have a fine bed in it. Its tapestry and that you see hanging on the wall is ruined, though the bed's bedding and most of the bed, as it is, has one broken leg and is at a weird angle, is also broken. But the bed itself obviously was a fine bed before the feathers were all ripped out and the sheets destroyed. And you also see a footlocker at the end of it. Not opened, but obviously had the top of it like scraped off by something. On the other room, you see 2 smaller beds, twin-sized, if you could say. Also equally destroyed. One of them actually has like all of the pegs on the bottom just removed, so it's sitting on the ground. You also see 2 further footlockers there. One of them is opened and like the top is like ripped off and flung against the wall somewhere else in the room. And before you see a expanse. Just the ground, the floor has fallen in and created a walkway that basically you could jump down, or not a walkway, but like a hole that you could jump down that you cannot see the bottom of, even with dark vision. It probably goes about 100 foot down, you could estimate.
Nimmy can.
Yeah, she can see it. That's why you estimate 100 foot. But you could, to get across it, you would have to jump a solid 30-foot gap.
What does she see down there?
A broken stone. It's a collapsed floor.
Oh.
So what are
Jump
y'all doing to
across?
try and get across this? 30-foot jump. I don't think you're going to make that.
One second.
Misty step.
You could.
Oh shoot, probably something weird magical stuff. Do we still feel a little tingly with our magic?
Nope.
Oh.
Now it's just that everything's red that's throwing you off. And damp.
Damn, are we in the back rooms, Trent?
Bro, you sent us to the upside down.
Maybe. This is called Light Shore, my dudes. That's what it is.
Oh, bro.
It's called what?
Light Shore.
Black Shore.
Yep. It is like one of the harshest environments, only like second to Aor. And Aor's only like really harsh inside the buildings.
I don't want to use one of my big spells. I can get across, but I can't help you guys.
I can get me and Beal across.
Are you gonna dimension door yourself across a 30-foot gap?
Nim also like
I
raises
can-
her hand and nods to Godwick. She also has Dimension Door.
She also has Misty Step, I think. No, she don't.
Nope.
Okay.
Go for it, I guess.
Meow.
I guess I'll go with Nimmy then.
Yeah.
Is it like? I'm sorry. I know I'm not.
What?
Is it like bright? I'm assuming so.
I mean, it's like a, you could say dim light in the area.
Nim can fly.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thing.
god, yes, she can.
Can she carry us across?
She can probably carry the lightest person with hard check to make. But yeah.
Yeah. Her fight is for herself more than other people. It'd be hard for her, but she could try.
Who's the lightest
I
one
don't
here?
want to use spell slots if I can avoid it.
I don't want to use mine either. How about this? Only one person does. I go with Nimmy. We try to fly. If it doesn't work, I'll just misty set myself over there. And you guys can use Dimension Door. Or any combination would work.
Make an athletics check
Okay.
with them. As she begins
Okay,
to try
it's me and you
cover
are
up.
dimension dooring.
And if it doesn't work, Trent, as we're dropping down to the gap, I'll just misty step myself immediately up to the top.
Okay.
And if it don't work, I'm trying to keep my free use of misty step. Pretty much. So I gotta make them for both of us?
No, just for her.
Her. She should have a good athletics. I'm pretty sure she's one of the stronger ones
She
here.
is.
So
Like second to be.
athletics. Yeah, she has a 15 strength. She has
have a
plus two
17
athletics.
strength.
God dang, never mind.
Never mind.
Godwick is a buff wizard, bro.
8. She drops me, and I misty step.
She starts to carry you across. It's going fine, but she like has to get a new grip several times as it's like you're obviously sweaty because you've been in that really garbage area and now it's like really humid and damp in the air place. So she has to get several grips over and over again, and her descent, like her focus breaks halfway through and she begins to fall. So in response, you misty step and she regains her focus and just hovers back up across the way. You're down a spell
Oh,
slot, and so is
no, I'm
Godric.
not. I'm not down a
Well,
spell
you're
slot.
down your special one,
Yeah, I'm down my
your
free
Fey
use.
one or whatever.
Yeah, my shadow touch.
Yeah.
No.
And Godric is as well as he snatches BL and teleports across.
Yeah, boy.
You then hear a almost like what sounds like a lightning bolt, just once. Nothing else happens.
That was from
And in
what?
front of you, you don't know.
Oh,
And in front of you, the hallway continues and expands into the next chamber, which seems to be like a ballroom of sorts. Once again, heavily damaged. The chandelier laying in the middle of the room with no candles lit. The candles all freaking spattered about and mostly melted. As you approach and begin to look inside, you see several of the pillars are actually collapsed as well. This room seems the most unsteady of all you've been in.
I'm trying to salvage one of the candles.
You try and like scoop through the stone, scooping up some like through the muck to try and find a functional candle, and eventually, yeah, you can find a functional candle. They're here.
Alright. Do you think I could light that using a firebolt or something?
I would say so. Sure.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
You
I'm
shoot a
just gonna light the
firebolt at the
wick
top
with
of
a
it.
firebolt.
You now have a
Can you
slightly
cast-
glowing bright light area.
Epic.
wait. I thought we already could see here.
Most of you can, but
It's
you
like
don't.
dim light.
Yep. But now he has a bright light area, and the
Wait,
room around
I'll
you,
pull out my sword and activate the bright stuff of it.
you do that as well, and now have several bright areas. The room around you, though, has several exits, one of which is collapsed and broken, one of which seems to lead deeper, like it's going underground, unless you're on like a second story, which you don't necessarily know if you are or not, but it's going downwards. And the other exit, which is to your right, seems to just continue going down another hallway.
Um,
It looks like an exit, is what you said?
Well, no, there's two exits to this room. One leads like on a staircase downwards into another darker area, and the one to the right seems to lead into another hallway. And you can still
Yes, I'm
see
gonna-
outside right now as it start like you see patterns of what looks to be rain, but it doesn't quite get through the roof.
What the hell are we are?
so
You guys
can
wanna
we
go
tell
down?
what floor we're on?
No.
You would have to look out some of the cracks to try and judge it, but make
Can I try
a
to do that
perception
then?
check to try and find a gap big enough and at the right angle that you can try and perceive
I help
what
him?
you're on. Sure. Do it with advantage.
Okay. You have advantage.
Oh, cool. +2 with advantage. Hold on, I gotta load into
I probably should have just
MRPG.
rolled my own. I have a +5 perception.
Dirty 20.
Nice. You manage to gauge that you are, in fact, not on the second story, not on the first, but on the third. As you seem to be in a very large castle. You understand. And you also can gauge, just by looking out this gap, that the lower stories aren't quite as damaged as this top story.
Okay.
So on the
From
third,
Yes.
what I can see, we need to go down.
do you not want to check the hallway?
I'm
we know we need to
I'm
go
more
down.
I'm more concerned with getting out of here than anything.
I am too, but I want to make sure we have other options just in case. If everyone wants to go down, we can go down. I was just saying there's a hallway there.
If you're dying to go down the hallway, let's go down the hallway real quick.
Yippee!
Yeah,
I
so
go
I
down the
guess we're
hallway.
doing the hallway.
We go to the hallway, see what's there. If we don't want it, we go to the stairs.
You go and look down the hallway and notice that it seems to be either guest chambers or something of the sort. And as you traverse down, you see each of these guest chambers very similar to the place that you were just at. Though those seem to probably be like the royal chambers or something. There is nothing that looks even possibly of value here, as the entire place seems to be destroyed and ransacked. You even at one point find a room where the blanket, not the blanket, the mattress has been pushed up against the door, where you have to like pry it back to get a view in. And inside that room, it, you understand, probably has a gory scene, as you see bones scattered around, like 3 or 4 skeletons worth of bones. Though everything is bright red, so you can't tell if there's blood. The mattress is
All right,
damp.
staircase. Staircase it is. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to go down this hallway anymore. Let's go. Let's just leave.
You head down
Start.
the staircase.
Yep.
Travel down the staircase, and you see that this area is leading to a large, likely canteen-style place. The canteen is, like, shaken, almost. Like if someone took the outside of the building and shook it back and forth. That's what it looks like. The tables and chairs seem like they're mostly normal, except for one that's, like, flipped upside down. But the other ones just seem slightly moved from where they originally likely were. Like, someone were pushing a table together, but just wasn't OCD at all, so just kept making the lines slightly zig back and forth. And you also see that there's a huge hole in the ceiling that continues down, not just through the ceiling, but you also see a hole that leads down to the floor below. And you also see rain pouring through the hole.
Do we know it's rain? Because it's red.
I mean, you don't necessarily know it's rain. You just know it's bright red droplets raining from the sky.
What the crap, bro? Jesus, dude. This place is bonkers.
That's the only. There's no exits to this room. That's the only way down.
I guess we just go in.
You know that it is a solid 40-foot drop to the next floor.
Oh no.
Wait, so to get down there is a 40-foot drop?
Yep.
Is it still dim light?
Once you get down there, it is. The roof is open here, so no.
So could Nimi possibly fall and then at the last second fly?
If she somehow moved, like, jumped down and then somehow fell back into shadow, yes. But it would be risky, at best. And she couldn't do it with someone else. For sure, no.
So wait, I couldn't hear you. My mic cut off. She would have to do what again?
She would have to somehow walk off the ledge, fall back into shadow. It would be risky, and she definitely couldn't do it with someone else. But this seems to be the only exit that remains. The rest of the place is collapsed and crumbled, and you're able to easily notice that.
I don't want a dimension door again.
And I don't want to use a spell slot.
You can look more deeply into the rooms,
God.
find another way
Yeah,
out
can
there.
I just investigate like the entire room and see what's there? Like see if there's anything we're missing.
Okay. You take a more close look. Make a investigation check, I guess. Trying to spot any way or another piece of information.
14. That's with a +8, by the way.
The 14, you notice that
Mhm.
there is obviously useful items, you could say. The tables here are so broken that you could likely take boards out of them and use them as a ramp. And you noted the only reason that like it would work, but you would have to like make a pile of them. Like you couldn't. There's no 40-foot long table. So the best way you could do it would just be throw a bunch of wood and hope it breaks your fall somewhat. Other than that, you notice that there's silverware around. You could use a fork or a knife as a weapon. And you also notice that the room isn't broken in a natural wear down state. It, like this part of the room at least. You notice that the normal exit seems to have been caved in, and you see extremely large, like a foot across, claw marks scraping down the side of the entire building where the normal exit would leave. And it seems that something has crushed that side of the building and just rended it with its claws. A massive, massive creature.
Okay.
But you could probably use those claws if you could somehow, it would be precarious, move the stone, like move a few stones out of the wall to make a crawl hole. You could probably crawl down those claws to the floor of the actual place outside pretty easily if you wanted to. You would just have to make
That's
sure.
what I'm gonna do.
You have to hope that the wall doesn't collapse. Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Make a sleight of hand check to try and be steady
Sleight of
enough.
hand?
Yeah. Try and be steady enough to not have the wall collapse on you. And the
Oh,
entire
Lord.
room
Jesus.
fall.
Oh, I had not made. I rolled a 5.
You
Oh
begin
no.
to pry away a few of the pebbles. You hear the room shake slightly and then go steady. Alright. You've got this. You start to like try and crawl through. You put your head through and accidentally shift a stone, to which the stones on the wall begins this cascade. Make a dexterity save as you're trying to be quick enough to pull your body back out of the hole you've created as the wall begins to collapse inward, as well as part of the roof.
Wait a minute.
Though it's easy enough for the rest of you to get out the way.
Okay, I need to see something quick.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. You managed to, in response to hearing this catastrophic failure in the structure of the building, pull your body back out with extreme speed and dash your way, like jumping at the last moment to try and make the last little bit of leap. As the roof collapses behind you, the wall collapses behind you. And congratulations! You both failed in doing it the way you thought about doing it, but succeeded in opening up the wall. It's probably not too hard to get outside now, if you're willing to climb down the claw marks. However, you do take 40 damage as... Oh, no, 40 half to 20. 20 damage as in that escape, you got battered hard by the falling stones. It would have killed any lesser skilled creature.
Eden, just out of character, how much health does your character have in total?
50.
You have 30 remaining. Another one of
that
those...
would have destroyed you.
That's funny.
Um,
You literally brought down half of a keep. The first story of a keep on yourself. So yeah, you're lucky you didn't die.
Yeah.
But now you have the open expanse to the outside, though rain is pouring into the room now. And make a perception check, any one of y'all.
I'll make it.
Not me. Not me.
I'll make it.
I'm assuming with advantage, if someone else is going to help you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm pimp chimping right now, guys. I'm chilling.
What does that
Mimi
mean?
will help. $25. That's a natural 20.
All right. You notice with your perception check something large flying in the distance. as well
Oh no, what
as
did I do?
as well as the rain when it hits the stone, it steams.
It's acid. Wait,
Steam
what does it do?
rises up from it.
Uh, guys, we might want to go down instead of out.
Uh,
I point at the steaming. I point at the steam and the. Do I know what the flying thing is, or is it too far for me to
No, it's
understand?
really far, Dot. But you can see it, and that's how you know it's large.
Is it coming towards us?
You can't tell.
Guys, I say we go further down. I don't care if we use a spell slot anymore. This
I
rain?
happen
Hmm?
I happen to agree.
Yeah, the rain is acid. There's a flying thing after us. We go down. Down.
Guys, do you
We go
think I
down.
can survive 40 feet of fall damage?
That's
Uh,
4d6. So yes, it would just be hurtful.
that'll be max of what? 24. You
24.
couldn't die from it. You couldn't die from it.
Be close.
You can be max 6 HP left. Minimum 6
Yeah,
HP. Sorry. Minimum 6 HP.
I'm spell slotting this one.
So you grab Biel yet again and teleport down into the next layer of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, you do so. What about you, William? Nim,
I don't wanna
it would
use
be
the
hard
last-
for Nim to get out of this.
True.
So you might want to Misty Step and or Dimension Door with her as well.
I can't miss a step with her with me.
Then Dimension Door with her with you. She has Dimension Door, but it would save you an overall spell slot. And well, she could do it actually. She could be the one to spin the spell slot.
Because I need mine. She has a lot of spell slots in total. I only have 2.
So she grabs you and walks over to the ledge. And just at the last moment, as you guys teleport down, the last thing you see is a weird torrent of magical wind as a few of the stones lift up and then shoot like a shotgun around the room, breaking more tables and more chairs. And you teleport down at the last moment, dodging a boulder that was flying directly towards you guys.
What?
What did we happen to Anga?
Look where we are. We probably angered the entire place. We need to keep going.
Now you guys are in the lower levels here. This right here seems to be mostly an armory. Good luck for you. The armory, while being rained on, similarly, as water piles in the middle of the floor, and you see, once again, the floor is starting to give in and allow rain to go even deeper into the castle. Not quite super quickly. This has stood for a while, at least, already. And you notice that around you, you see slightly rusted equipment and armor. You see stuff that is viable. Like spears, swords, shields, armors. They're around here. They're just not in pristine condition. As well as you notice that there is, once again, only one reasonable exit out of the room unless you wanted to go through a wall, which is large enough now for you to walk through, out into the storm, though. Or you could go through the
We don't want
doorway
to-
and head deeper into the castle yet again.
We don't want to go into the storm.
Is there any like light armor in this room that's intact?
You look around. All the leather armor you find, interestingly enough, is untouched. You have
Alright,
pretty reasonable, as in not the highest quality, but not damaged either, leather armor.
alright.
there any
I'm gonna
s-
don.
Is there
I'm
any
gonna
head
don
armor?
a set of leather armor.
Can you do that as a wizard? Like, usually you have to be a certain kind of wizard to be able to wear light armor.
I have proficiency in light armor because I took light armor, whatever feat.
I don't know why you took that one, but sure. Yeah, you can
That's
wear
pretty
the light
smart
armor.
though to have better AC. Is there? What else is there? Is there any studded?
You look around. Studded armor. You find studded armor. The best piece of equipment you find though is a negative. It's a -1 studded leather armor.
It's just leather armor then.
Yes. As well, and Godwin, you can wear studded leather armor. You're proficient in it, but the best set you find is once again a -1. It's the same thing as
It's just
regular
leather.
armor. Yeah.
That's just leather armor. Is there any scale mail?
Look around. Not quite. Nope. No scale mail for you.
I'll take one of the pristine leather armors, because if the studded leather's already damaged, you can get more damaged.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Bill? What you looking for?
Um, is there any like plate armor or just heavy armor in general?
You look around for plate and/or other heavier armors, and the best piece of equipment you find that is actually a heavy armor is a -2 plate armor,
What would that do?
16 AC. You can also
Good.
find a perfectly functional shield, a wooden shield that is
Is there
seemingly
any?
untouched.
Is there more shields than just one?
Yes, there's a good few wooden shields in the area.
Wait. Do I
Okay.
see a long sword?
Best one you find is a -1 longsword. -1 to attack and damage rolls. Everything
I'm back
here,
up to my.
due to it seeming like the rain that is seemingly acidic, dripping through the cracks, anything that seems to be metal, it seems to be corrosive to. Though the wood seems to be mostly fine.
Uh, Trent.
What?
Nimi will take leather armor and a shield as well, but not right now. Use the shield. Is there any mace? Well, what would she need as a better weapon? Because a mace for her is not the best. Um, what's her dex? She needs a dex weapon. Shoot, I'll look at the weapons real quick.
As you guys are rummaging through this gear, you hear yet another shattering the entire, at this point, shaking part of the building.
Ah! Uh, okay, this is bad. We need a. Is there? Okay, what's dex weapon? What's dex based
Short
weapons?
sword,
A short sword?
rapier.
Okay, she'll take a rapier.
Okay, she finds a -1 rapier.
Is there any? Is there any pristine weapons?
None that are functional weapons. You find some training swords, yes. They could be used as clubs. But anything made of metal seems to, once again, be corrosive.
Okay, she has a 16 AC, and then she can add a shield to that if she wants, and has a -1 rapier. I have a 17 AC again.
Okay. Do you guys head down the
I,
staircase or outside into the torrent of rain?
wait, so has the big boulder or lightning strikes or bad sounds happen randomly?
They don't seem to have any timing. You've only heard two so far. They just seem to have happened, and they're like shaking the building with the power of the strike. You're not sure about anything else. The one thing you did notice is while you guys were in the other rooms, you didn't see any lightning. Like when you were looking out into the rain, and even now through the gap, you don't see like lightning in this storm.
I don't think we should
Uh-oh.
spellcast out here, guys. I would say. Spellcast at only needed times. Only necessarily if it's like dire to do it. So then we spellcast. I have a bad feeling about casting stuff here. We can go down, right?
Yeah.
There is a staircase that leads deeper into the castle, and there is a open wall that leads outside into the storm, and it has enough of a rubble ramp that you guys could reasonably get to the outside and onto the ground if you wanted to.
This is this is gonna be painful. And should we? I want to put like my pinky out into the rain.
You stick a piece of your pinky out into the rain. Takes a few moments, but when a drop hits it, it stings. It ain't enough, like, it's not going to immediately melt you. You could probably walk for, with how strong your bodies are, the strongest of you could walk for maybe an hour in it before just getting probably brought to their knees due to the corrosive nature of it without cover.
Yeah, I was out about the acid rain. At max, we can go out there for an hour and then we die.
That's for the
So we
strongest
go
of you.
down.
Godwin would probably not last more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're not going out there. We go further in.
Make another perception check as you're putting your pinky out before you go further in.
Oh, I'm putting. Okay.
Make another perception check while you're putting your pinky out there.
I have a +5. Yeah. 24. Natural 19.
You hear the sound of a tent flapping, in like outside, like right outside the door to what would be the entrance to the castle. You hear what sounds like the flaps of a tent, like waving in and out, like it's blowing in the wind.
I give the information to everybody else. I can hear a tent outside, guys. Should we check that out?
I don't think so.
What?
I can't hear you.
I think we should go investigate.
We can
You have to walk into the rain.
for my estimations, Godwin, I think the weakest of us can be in 20 minutes of this rain without dying. But I think the strongest of us can probably last almost an hour. So if we want to do this, we do it fast before we melt away.
Gotcha.
Is everybody okay with doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BL.
Yeah.
I said sure.
Not loud enough.
Nimi, I guess Nimi nods.
Yeah. That
I
they
look
give a
over
small
at-
demonstration of a glow reaching their fingers as they're as they convey that they can heal during the torrent of rain to hopefully extend the timer.
I'm
That is
going
true, they can
to
heal.
do a Riz check on the storm
Yeah.
and see
Okay,
what
Trent.
that baby wants.
So
Trent, can I see if that flying thing's got any closer?
you're looking at the opposite side of the building now. You have no line of sight on it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So who is the one running outside? Or all of you?
I think only 2 of us should go out there because we don't want everybody to melt. Who wants to go?
Me. I have the most
Yeah.
health.
That is
Yeah,
true.
and how much health do you have, Damien?
79.
Yeah, I only have 30 left.
Nimi, go to Nimi.
Nimi
Nimi
shakes her
has
head, and then once again
73.
she explains that she's likely better for a return and then keep going out. She's likely better as a home base person to heal you every time you come back.
She has 73 HP anyway, so I think the 2 strongest should go out there. So yes, it would be me and BL.
So you guys begin to run out into the rain and immediately feel a sting on your hands. You also see your metal blades, and if any metal armor is being worn, it begins to steam slightly. Your leather does so, but doesn't get that much damage. Using your armor,
I'm not summoning my blade.
your
Nope.
blade's magical.
I know. I'm just saying I'm not summoning it anyways.
But you use your leather paddings and or your metal armor to form a little sheet over your head as best you can as you run out into the rain. And you see what looks like pretty quickly as you run out and get a view side of this. Right outside the doorway, maybe 20 foot from the doorway of the actual keep, which the doorway is broken in and shattered and knocked open, like something tore it apart with a bunch of tiny claws. You see just a regular tent flapping in the wind, and you see familiar eyes, red eyes, staring out from the tent, though you can't see the rest of them, as you understand this is likely a magical enhanced vision, revealing you to them and their eyes to you. But you see someone in the tent, though they're like leaning right at the entrance of it, staring at you. They blink and go away.
Are we allowed into your tent so we don't burn?
No answer.
I'm taking that as a yes. We are not really that harmful. As I'm running in there.
Okay. You run toward the tent, covering your hand with your head with your hands as best you can. You're only out there for about 5 minutes, but you take a solid 4 damage, acid damage, as you are being slowly melted away by this storm. You charge toward the tents, busting inside, and see that it is a dimly lit tent that is seemingly made of animal hide and canvas, the best it can be. You see there's a small fire on the inside with steam flowing out of the teepee top of it. On the inside, you see a surprisingly fine desk laid out with a silver trimming all around. And you see not yet another, but the familiar face, as Rias is sitting just at this table on the inside for seemingly no reason. And you quickly look around the inside and note Tarmal sitting in the corner, seeming like pouty like he doesn't want to be here. You have no idea how they beat you here. And make a intelligence check for me, William, as you're the one that kept
Intelligence?
Yeah, you're the one that kept recognizing all of this magic that's going on. So I'm gonna say you're the one that pieces anything together.
They're the ones doing it.
Yeah, they caused Blightshore.
They created Blight, sure. I have a -1 to this intelligence check. 0! That's a natural 1! I rolled a 0, Trent.
You have no idea how they could have possibly made it here and then beat you here and had this tent set up. There's no idea. You have no idea. But you're on the inside now.
I look at them too, I'm like, I know how it feels, Tom. I don't like it here either. How and why are you here? How?
Rias has his feet up on the desk and just goes, I have gifts. You made out the castle. You were stupid enough to run to the rain, and apparently collapsed the wall.
That wasn't me. That was the weird-faced one.
That could be any of you.
Godwin. I don't look weird. I look like a normal half-elf.
Sure you do. I have gifts though. So just come here.
Gifts?
Yes, you survived the castle. That's your first test. I give you gifts because otherwise you're not going to survive Blightshore, I assure you. So I'm being kind.
Should we bring the other two here too, or just me and BL?
Yes, no, bring the other ones here as well. Also, I do recommend throw those blades out. They are like
Oh, I don't have any blades.
No, any armor and equipment you found, throw it outside the tent.
Inside.
Gotcha.
Oh, inside. Okay.
Right,
I'm like, what do you mean inside? What is that word? I didn't even understand what you said. Okay, make an insight check.
Someone's got STD.
Probably tell the truth. He's probably telling the truth. I just want to make sure. 11. He's telling the truth.
Natural 20. You have no idea if he's lying or not. He is an extremely good liar, and you've never been able to read him. So why would you be able to start now?
You know what? If you're lying to us, I don't really care. We're gonna die from this storm anyways. I throw the armor,
That's what the gifts
the
are
shield
for.
away.
That's what the gifts are for.
Me too.
Call the others in.
Oh yeah, they're here.
So you go back and fetch them?
I don't go back. I just yell, guys, come.
What?
Eventually Nim will catch on to those sounds, as while it is heavily storming outside, she is quite perceptive. And will make the run with Godwick, I assume.
Come.
You each run into the tent as well. And you guys see a surprisingly calm Rias being surrounded by folk. Do you heed his advice and throw out your weapons and armor?
Yes.
I will. I won't throw it out. I will keep the shield right next to me, but I will not hold it.
Okay, so you like
I
set it next to
throw
the
out.
tent
I
flap.
throw.
Yes.
Says, all right, welcome everyone. How was your first little foray about the hour it took you to get out here?
It's been
Awful.
interesting. What?
It'll be more
What?
interesting.
So this is Blight Shore? All this is Blight Shore?
And it is strange because those bright red eyes, there's a whole bright red body. I forgot to say that. Everything in here. You don't know it's silver. You know it's bright red. Forgot about that. But yeah, everything's bright red. Sorry. I described silver for no reason. But, what'd you say? What was that, William?
Is this place Bright Shore? Is this all of this? The rain, the weird flying thing over there, the acid rain again. Is this Blight Shore?
I mean, yeah. This is
When
one
does the
of the
rain
most
stop?
dangerous. Oh, the rain doesn't very often. Um, it goes weeks without a let up. And
Hmm.
it doesn't happen. It's just this place. I will say that. Blightshore has dry seasons, or not dry seasons, dry areas and wet areas. Blightshore has a sort of permanency about everything, pretty much.
Okay.
This is just a permanent rain and permanent red.
Wait. So if we get out of this red place, is the world normal or is it also just a straight different color? Like if we go out of this place, will
That
it just be blue?
depends. Some places are different colors. Some places have the normal colors.
We're not living from this. Okay. What are your gifts?
My gifts are I need all of you to stand against that wall for me. Before, just as a precaution,
What do you want us to do? Oh, what do you think we can do? Tell me what you think we can
I
do
know none of
with
you have
nothing.
weapons and armor, but I do
You can
like my
trust us.
protocols.
Why is he pouting?
He wants you to do it.
I-
Yeah. He is a
No, no, I
manipulator.
no, no, I point at Tarmal.
Oh,
Him
why is he
pouting.
pouting? He's pouting because he doesn't want to give his blade up. Stand against the wall.
Sure, I'm going against the wall right now.
Me too.
You guys each get a wall. He says, Godwick, come here. I need to give you something else. I can't. My man, you know you need a component pouch, right?
Yes.
I'm the one who has those. I'm the wizard, so come to me. Don't stand against the wall. Come here.
Alright, I'll walk over to him. I comply with his wishes.
The rest of you go stand against the wall, including Nim. He puts
I
his
want to
hand
try to
on
watch out
Godwick's
with what
shoulder,
he's giving.
turning him back around to look at his friends. Tarmal stands up. Not friends. New acquaintances. Tarmal stands up and walks over as well, still with an angry expression. And Rias goes, Tarmal, give me the blade. He like gruffs, just goes, whatever. Takes his blade off. Rias grabs it in hand. Godwick, take this blade. Do what? You cut out.
I take. Yeah, I take it.
They don't look like a component
So-
pouch to me, sir.
Well, that's coming. Don't worry about that.
Wait, what'd you give him? What'd you give him?
Your blade.
Be your sword. Your cool magic sword. He gave it to the Godwick.
So, Godwick, how fond are you of these new fellows?
Um, I wouldn't say fond.
Well, I hope they're fond of you. It'll be the only way you live. Godwick, choose one of them and take the hand.
Theo.
BL,
Yes.
BL, come stand here for me. And
BL
you
walks
might
up.
want to crouch or bend.
What do you mean?
Put your hand on the table.
He just begrudgingly just slams his hand down on it.
Now, Godwick, once again I ask, or not ask, tell you, I hope they're fond. Take his hand. And then I'll
Godwin,
bestow upon you many gifts.
You see William's sword pop out. He points at you. Don't do this.
He doesn't have a choice.
I will
He
kill
can
you.
take it. He can take it.
What?
Take his hand.
BL, do I have your permission?
Bio just Bill just starts yelling. He just goes, "Take it! Just go ahead, hit it now!"
All right. And as soon as he says that, Godwin raises the sword and chops it right down onto BL's wrist,
Make an attack roll.
severing his hand. Oh yeah. No, dude. Watch me. I have a plus.
What
I
if he
will have.
misses? What happens?
I will have a +6 with this attack. Watch me miss it.
What happens if he misses? Like, does he just like doing? Oh, I forgot. I gotta do it again.
Hold up, MRPG's not like
Wait,
existing.
are
It
you
depends on
proficient
the
with those?
agony, my dude. It's the agony factor. If he doesn't cleanly
Oh.
cut it, he has to make several chops to cut BL's
Wait.
hand off.
Wait, are you proficient with like martial weapons?
Oh, actually, no, I'm not with this character.
You're thinking of Kotaro.
But I still have a 17 strength, so I have like a +3.
Yeah, you only
Yep.
got a +3 though.
I kind of hope I. Oh no, never mind. I rolled a 20,
That's 20.
not 20.
All right, with a nat 20, you slam, and you see a wince on your man Rias's face slightly as the blade slams down, severing about mid forearm BL's hand.
Oh,
The blood would be visible if it weren't all red. He falls back, and you see his hand now a stump. And BL lets out, even if he is the most controlled man on earth,
Wait.
a small
Wait,
yell of agony.
I was wanting to say something.
Go ahead.
I was wanting to say no matter what, he just keeps his mouth shut.
You can keep your mouth shut, but you're still grunting at least. There's no way someone gets their hand severed and doesn't even make a sound. And you
Well,
what?
he is a werebear. He's crazy.
That's true. A sound
Really,
though.
his PTSD kicks in.
Yeah, but he falls back and like immediately clutches his arm. BL does. It's just like an instinct to try and stem the flow. Nim reaches over, casting healing word just to staunch the flow near immediately. To which BL like raises his hands, and you see counterspell get ready, but then he lets it dissipate, realizing what the spell was. And now for your gifts. BL, take your sword. Not like you're going to use it all that much with one hand.
I go and I grab the sword.
And Godwick, good boy. And he tosses you a component pouch.
epic.
I don't know what you use. You still use components, but not the normal kind. And you already have the blade I didn't force you to unbind with. I'll just let you keep that. Looking at William. And Nim. Strange dark elf. This, and she pulls off, or he pulls out from a pocket, kind of aggressively, a holy symbol. Was my cleric's holy symbol. Hopes you are served better by it. And he tosses it to Nim, who looks at it and kind of confused because it's not her holy symbol. She worships a different god, but then flips it over and sees the other side has different etchings, like someone has taken it and with a knife and like carved into it the symbol of Moonweaver, which is basically a moon carved into the surface, basically etching out the Morden symbol. And your friend Skins escaped. That's his gift. Have fun. This is your tent now. Wait for the rain to let up, I guess. There's food inside the desk. And he grabs Tarmal's shoulder. And you said the promise was off. I should just kill you for that. Looking at William. I'm hoping you keep
You didn't
it,
shake
though.
my hand. You didn't shake my hand.
No, I didn't shake your hand.
I pull my left hand again.
I took his
It doesn't have
instead,
any.
and he teleports away.
It has no vine.
Yeah.
There's no vines.
He doesn't care. He isn't going to shake your hand and make a deal with you. He said instead of shaking your hand, I took his instead and teleported away.
Did he do Dimension
Wait.
Door?
Yep.
Can I counterspell?
Counterspell.
You stall up his dimension door as he counterspells one of your counterspell, but then you counterspell his counterspell and just goes, you had to ruin my
Shake.
moment. And
Shake my
dimension
hand.
doors again. And
I don't
Okay.
think I get another
and
counterspell. do
yeah,
I?
you can counterspell, but he'll counterspell your counterspell, and William's out of spells. So
Nah.
he teleports away and just goes, "You had to ruin my moment," and disappears. And I think that's where we're going to end this session, with you guys being stuck in the wilderness in the middle of a
Really?
acid rainstorm. With
Only 9.
yes,
Yeah, we played for 3 hours.
but this is I think a far more fitting moment to end it in than just being in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
This is a good moment where
that's
you
true.
finally got out of the castle after finding some broken equipment and are now gifted some things alongside a tent to save your life in this storm, and are now left with Rias teleporting away and BL handless. So, I
Wait,
think
what
that
do you
was
mean
a-
handle
Miguel,
it?
as soon as you made fun of me earlier, you solidified it.
What do you mean?